And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top. To Just it feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't wanna talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats would tell lies, then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
You're living crazy, dance we holding away so tonight. Baby, don't you stop to do what you want. Friday night, do what you wanna do. This ain't no running mine. It's against the Caroline.
What's good? Salute to the fan. How y'all feeling on this good Friday? Smash the like button on the way in. If you catch this on the playback, sub to the channel. Smash that like button. Come holler at your boy, man. A lot of these, man, boxing fans are weird, bro. What's going on with y'all, man? Let me say what's up to the fam before we get going. D1, what's good, my bro? You know it. You know I got the video clip. I'm on it. Miss Joette, salute, Queen. Appreciate you pulling up. Mike, what's good, my bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Mike Kirkland, my bro, what's good with it? How you feeling, bro? Thomas, what's good, my bro? Front Street, they price themselves out. None of that is supposed to take in all challenges. Yes, sir. You know it. Jelly Bean, what's good with it, bro? Trey, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling, my bro? They all good with little man singing my favorite. Ashley's Corner, what's good with it, Kazo? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. How y'all feeling today, man? I know y'all seen this. I know y'all seen people talking about Rick Glaser, aka Mermaid Man. Because if he don't look like Mermaid Man, my name ain't JusDueBoxing. This dude. Oh man. I just had to talk about this for a minute because I mean, you notice with this fight, whenever the Spence fans, as they call people, whenever Spence fans give a breakdown, it's always within the realm of boxing. It's always centered around boxing. It's usually educated breakdowns and not fanboy behavior. But usually when people are going against him, they always go personal with him. They always go personal. They always go left field. They talk about everything but boxing. To say this man is punch drunk and he deteriorating and all this other garbage, man, I think it's more rhetoric just spewed by a goofy dude that continuously hates on the PBC, and not only just the PBC, but the successful fighters that they have over there at the PBC. So I don't rock with him. I just feel like he I don't know, a leech, man. He a leech in the sport of boxing, man. And people like this just not good for the sport. I think he a goofy dude. I think a lot of what he say is lies. He spew a lot of rhetoric. He come on to people's shows just hating. And again, anybody with that type of mentality and that energy is just not good for the sport. And he's just one of those guys. You have no evidence to suggest this man punch drunk. He get thrown from his car, get his teeth all broken up. You would expect him to talk different with different teeth in his mouth. You would expect that. But nah, that's not the case. It's that he punch drunk and he deteriorating. So it's like, you're going to have to stand on that, man. This man he beat Terence Crawford, and you calling him all types of punch drunk, and he go out there and whoop this man ass. I wonder if you're going to congratulate him and salute him like a real one. Or you just going to tuck your tail how most people do when they wrong about picks. When they run around to the buildup of these fights, in every chat that they could be a part of, spewing rhetoric and all types of BS. Then when they wrong, they tuck their tails and hide, and you don't see him no more. That's the type of dude he is, man. That's the type of dude he is. I'm telling you, you got that turkey gobbler, man. Kangaroo pouch with his ass. I'm telling you, yo. He said he your wife uncle. He is. That's crazy, yo. That's wild, man. Yeah, he a big hater, Mike. So I wasn't gonna spend too much time on it, but I had to talk about that because I think that a lot of people just got Spence messed up, man. And again, man, you're not going, like, you get thrown from a car, you're not going to be the same as that guy either. But to say he punched drunk with no evidence to suggest that, other than the way his speech is, obviously because he got new teeth. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just think that's crazy. It's very irresponsible, like, to even have these type of assessments. And my problem is, everybody can have their opinion, but people tend to establish platforms spewing rhetoric and hatred for the fighters in the very same sport that they say they love and support. It's just weird to me. It's weird, man. I'm telling you, he definitely do. He definitely do. He definitely do, cuz. Oh, yeah, hater, man. Super hater. Andrew Gray, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. He's just a weird guy, man. And again, he looked like he spiked drinks. Nah, that's what since we talking about what people look like, since we in the business of talking about what people look like, you look like Mermaid, man, right off SpongeBob, fresh out of an episode of SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? You look like you spiked drinks to get some. Like, that's what you look like you do. It look like the only way you get some if you spike somebody's drink. That's what you look like, bro. That since we talking about what people look like. His ass look like a mixture of Larry King and Mermaid, man. I'm telling you. Plus, I mean, operations that you have his mouth. Yeah, of course he's gonna talk different, right? The several operations on his mouth for sure. Like, of course he's gonna talk different, but to try to say that it's because he's punch drunk is just very irresponsible, and it's just outright hating. That's the wrong thing. That man ain't punch drunk. Don't nobody believe that. Don't nobody think that. You don't only want to think that. It's so real that he's such of a hater. He probably don't even really think that. He's just saying it just to have something to say. If his goal or his plan was to be talked about, well, he succeeded because he made it to this show. And I just think he a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? I think he a weirdo. Titus the Titan. Yeah. I get what you're saying, but just look at it this way, bro. It's a difference between getting veneers and having several surgeries on your mouth. You get what I'm saying? It's just a little different. Like, it ain't the same as you just going to put a pair of teeth in your mouth or something. You get what I'm saying? And that's why you got to put emphasis on multiple surgeries on his mouth, not just one. You get what I'm saying? One would expect for it to somewhat affect the way you speak just naturally. But if again, let's just focus on what he said. He said he's punch drunk. Like, would anybody in here call Spence punch drunk? I think that's garbage. But to say that he talk a little bit different, yeah, that's on point. But to say because he's punch drunk is the issue, right? Not that he talks different. He do talk different. But it's obvious he should. Anthony was good with it. Glaser had ERROL getting beat by DSG after the accident. You get what I'm saying? In fact, he slid off. He disappeared, bro. Felix Nunez was good with it. Yeah, that's Rick Glaser, Mermaid Man. You get what I'm saying? That's DP, my bro. What's good with it, DP? How you feeling? Big Tex, what's good, my bro? Salute to y'all, bros. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Right, he is Mermaid Man. And again, Spence got a left and a right hand. He don't need me to defend him, right? But it's about the integrity of the sport. And I think I don't know about people, but I find a real issue with, guys that have the most negative to say about fighters that are real fighters. Like, Spence really doing it the right way, bro. He made his mistakes. He learned from them. He moved on. He's gotten better because of it. And I think it's just time for people to appreciate the version of Spence that is here now instead of keep talking about what he not because of some car crash. We don't want to hear that because he looked pretty damn special to me. The man he was in great shape in this picture. He's going to be even better shape during the fight, man. The man is special, man. Just call it what it is, bro. You stop hating and get a man his credit, and maybe you could enjoy some boxing. Larry King looking ass, man. Talking like full-blown liar. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the upper Negroes letting them, get on their platforms. He just, again, he don't represent what's good. In fact, DP, he don't represent what's good for boxing. And again, I'm not perfect, y'all. I'm not perfect, right? I got my criticisms and critiques of fighters too, but I don't think I'll be pushing no negative and false narratives. This is what people like this do. Punch drunk, that's wild. Who? Come on, man. You act like he been in all types of wars, just getting beat up senselessly or something like that. Come on, man. This ain't that. You get what I'm saying? Right, yo. If people really listen, his voice always cracked. His voice always did. Right. I'm telling. He said you gotta see the naked person is overwhelming. B-Dog, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Facts. He ate everything PBC, and for me, that's not a real boxing fan. Real boxing fans don't hate. You get what I'm saying? Hate entities for no reason. Like, you get what I'm saying? Straight up, DP say the Crypt Keeper. Joseph, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Ricky Williams, my bro, what's good with it, Rick? Said, how the hell is a one-trick pony in a 50-50 fight with the best fighter of this era? Was in a horrific car accident with a bad eye. Vegas see something Bud fans don't. Talk to him, man. Talk to him, Rick. Salute to my bro, Rick. Would you think he has shown signs of slippage in the Ugas fight? He's not the same as the Brook. No, I don't think he's seen no slippage. I mean, slippage how? You get what I'm saying? In what way? I mean, we could talk about it because I'm not, everybody's entitled to their opinion over here. It's all good. I do conversations tighter, so it's all good. If you feel like you've seen slippage, I feel like I seen the effects of a layoff. I seen that. I don't think I seen a guy that's slipping. I don't. I think to say that he's not the same guy he was before the car accident is cool, right? That's okay. I have no issue with nobody that say that, right? But I think it's time to do away with that. All right, it's cool. He had the car accident, we know it, but we had 2 fights to go off. You get what I'm saying? Since then, in which he dominated the competition, and he you get what I'm saying? He looked very impressive. Like, just think about what he's been through, and for a guy to still be that impressive, you just gotta respect it. You gotta tip your hat. You gotta know that you're dealing with somebody that's a little bit special, man. You get what I'm saying? A little special. The fact that they thought that they counted him out twice. Remember, people say he was never going to box again. Matter of fact, I think Rick Glaser was one of those people. Matter of fact, he was. He said he would never box again. Just follow me for a second, y'all. You got people that said this man would never box again. The fact that he defied the odds, he came back whooping ass, bro. No tune-ups after people say he would never box again. You tell me we ain't dealing with a special fighter in Errol Spence. You would have to be like a hater or something. He's just a special guy. That don't mean Crawford not special, but He a different type of special because of what he been through. He tried and true, man. Errol Spence is one of them guys, man. Little chance, it blows my mind. Yeah, I'm telling you, it blows me. And Crawford got a chance too. This ain't no walk in the park for neither one of these dudes. These dudes gonna have to fight come the 29th, man. Thrill Hill, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? 10K, what's good with it, fam? Oh, how you feeling? Salute to my bro Mike Kirkland and that super chat, man. Putting that color in the chat early, man. For being a real one, man. I appreciate you, man. Much love and appreciation, my bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro Mike Kirkland, man. He was a little rusty third round. He was rolling. Facts, Joseph, he right. Did Bud fight Ugas? Nope, DP. Absolutely not. He improved after is what really should have been said after all that. Facts, Ant. Facts, bro. Facts. So Ugas fight in person. Pretty thorough whooping. If that's slippage, he'll still be better than most that you get. And again, right, it's not that I'm arguing that, right? I'm just offering a different perspective, right? If in fact what we seen in the Ugas fight is slippage, and I think it's reason to believe that he can be even better than that in this fight, then I think he's just gonna be just fine. I think if that's slippage, man, give me that. If that's what if what Errol Spence looked like against Ugas is considered to be slippage, right? If I'm a fighter and I'm slipping, give me that type of performance if I'm slipping. Let me be Errol Spence if I'm slipping. You get what I'm saying? Let me be EJ if I'm slipping. Dr. Mark, flawless mentality. How you feeling, OG? Appreciate you stopping through. Bro, I still need to check out that AB interview. Yeah, 10K. I did a live on it, man. It was rough. They had pulled it, but I had put the clip in that live that I did. It's not that long. You can check it out. It's terrible to watch. So y'all smash that like button for me on the way in here, man. Smash that like button. But yeah, man. Again, I feel Titus. He said, he feel like it's a little slippage there. And look, I just think you seen a fighter that was on a little layoff and that's getting back right. You know what I'm saying? He was getting his legs back under him. And as he did, you seen him. Like, you've seen something really special. Like, I think that performance, given what he been through, is truly a special performance. Yo, that dude is nice, man. I'm telling you. And he's driven. He's self-driven. He's motivated. Like, I'm telling you, bro, he know what he got in front of him in Terence Crawford, and he going to prepare for that. And I think you're going to see one of the best performances from Errol Spence that we ever seen. I really do. Two more punishment, his fights on Black Prime. Salute to Joseph. Flo Sports TV. What's good with it, Flossie? What's good with it, my bro? Can't wait to this fight when bro looking like a newborn deer and cold. I'm talking about this for a year straight. Right. Years straight, my bro. Right. She said Rick the Hater Glaser, aka Mermaid Man. I mean, and still came back, right? And I'm telling you, bro, and not only that, bro, you know what I mean? I had ring rust after all this time out the ring. Had hard to bet a lot on them, too risky for my blood. Listen, bro, Titus, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I feel you like why look, even Errol Spence might feel you, right, Titus? Because he said in a video, I did a video on that. He said he even admitted that Terence Crawford is the favorite. He understand why he the favorite. Shit, you should bet on him. You get what I'm saying? Given what he been through. So he's realistic. So especially when you're talking about like if you had to bet. So I get it. It's not crazy. Spence don't even think it's crazy. So I'm definitely not going to think it's crazy. I get what you're saying, but I think this is just going to be another opportunity for those people that really think he's not what he is to show them that he is. And I think it's just going to make the win that much greater when he actually do win, because there are a lot of people thinking that he's going to lose for that reason. Zach B, what's good with it, my bro? Back from Disney safely, baby girl. Had a great B-Day, man. Salute to your baby girl once again, and salute to my bro, Zach B. Josh, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? And Jones, what's good with it? But I had a lot of ring rust, but my man, do you think he would drop? Stop, bro? I don't know. I think it'll be a decision, Titus. I think it'll be a decision. And I had one of my good people, my cousin, some things that she said made me feel like it's definitely going to be a decision. I think it's going to be a decision win for EJ, given the styles and simply the work rate. You get what I'm saying? And the things that he do well and the things that give Terence Crawford trouble. You get what I'm saying? I think Errol Spence has a lot of those things that give him trouble. You know what I'm saying? And, he's going to present you know, a set of challenges on his side of things as well for EJ to have to deal with. But for me, I think it's going to be a decision. And it's crazy enough. I feel like Bud has a better shot if he was to get a knockout than a decision, simply because of the work rate of Errol Spence. And I feel like the longer the fight goes, the more likely he is to get into that high work rate that he likes to get into. And then from there, he's going to make a fight real tough for you. He can make a fight real tough for you. He said, Rick the Tick. Hey, watch him have a meltdown. Watch how they discredit this win. Watch, they gonna go out their way. They're gonna try to, but they done dug themselves a hole so deep, Rick. I think anything less than congratulating that man after a win, if he is to be successful, it's simply hating. And I'm gonna call it all that. I mean, you know what to do with Spence breaks. Trust me, they think that it's not gonna happen no way, no how. When it does, I can't wait. I'm telling you, yeah, they just can't see it happening. JJ, salute, fans. Appreciate you pulling up. You see a stoppage either way. Right, I could dig that too, though. I could dig it because it's not out the realm of possibility at all. Spence breaks, Bud. I feel that, man. I feel you, bro. It's gonna be, listen, it's gonna be fun to watch. And you know, something else I had read and came across is that EJ feels like, you know, Bud's power is overstated given the competition he's fought. And I kind of understand what he's saying, and he's not, like, people lose their minds when you say that. That's not saying Bud can't punch and he ain't a good puncher, but just follow me for a second. I'm not saying Bud doesn't have punching power. That would be stupid. That would be stupid. But what I'm saying is Bud, just follow me, y'all. Bud, in my opinion, in JusDue's opinion, and again, I want to be very clear, I'm not saying he can't punch, because he obviously can. He has a record, the knockout ratio to say so, right? Even despite the level of opponents, you know he got some level of punching power, right? That's not no feather-fisted dude. That's not a dude that can't get your respect and hurt a guy, right? Bud Crawford is not one of those guys, right? But I do feel like what people are missing with Bud Crawford, and I just never heard nobody say it, I'm not saying they have, I feel like he's a better finisher than he is a puncher. Bud Crawford, in my opinion, is a better finisher than he is a puncher. You get what I'm saying? That makes sense to you. He got good punching power, and he has the ability to catch you with a punch you don't see. And once he hurts you, he getting you out of there. He's an excellent finisher, in my opinion. When Bud smells blood in the water, he usually can get you the hell up out of there, right? So I think that's what people miss when it comes to Bud Crawford. And I want to be very clear again. It's not that he doesn't have punching power. Obviously he do. But I still feel like Bud Crawford is a better finisher than he is a puncher. And I think that's what people are missing. He's able to get those knockouts or the TKOs that he get because he catches you with a punch. Like I said, he obviously got punching power, but then he finishes you. He does a very good job at getting you out of there once you are hurt. You get what I'm saying? Big Mermaid, man. Clamshell days for real. You see, you feel me? Because hey, since we talking about people being punch drunk, I could just say he looked like Mermaid, man. I know it's all love, right? You know what I mean? Miss JusDue, salute to my baby girl, the queen. Hello, peace and love to the host and all of you in the chat. Salute to my baby girl. Don't work too hard, but has a chance. I've been watching a lot of fights. Spence and Buzzy has a small chance, but I don't see anybody knocking Errol Spence out. I think if you do, I think it'll take a damn special person to knock him out. And I ain't saying Bud ain't that special, but I do think if you're to knock Errol Spence out, it's gonna take a hell of a performance or a special damn fighter. You know what I mean? On his mom's birthday, damn, is it? So it says Bud Porter was discredited afterwards. Look, right? Nah, but listen, but Sparky P, salute, fam. Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up. It's not that people discredited it by saying he didn't train. It's not that he didn't train. Let me put it in perspective, right? It's not that he didn't train. We know he didn't train to the best of his ability. We know he didn't train to the extent that his father wanted him to train, because he was on record for saying he told his father no for the first time. And some of the things that his father wanted him to do, he just felt like he didn't have to do those things. So he told him, no, I'll save some for the fight. So when you look at that and then you listen to how quickly his father threw him under the bus after he lost, that tells you something. He didn't train the way to the level that he should have, given the opponent that he was getting in there with in Terence Crawford. You get what I'm saying? It's not that we discrediting the win from, because that, again, that has nothing to do with Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford don't have nothing to do with what kind of shape he, or how hard he trained, or if he go, 90% instead of 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's no doubt in my mind that, Shawn Porter trained very hard, but he just didn't train to the best of his ability. You know what I'm saying? And it was clear because he said as much. You get what I'm saying? And he was on record for saying that he was in the best shape of his life against Spence. Not so much. He didn't say the same thing for Terence Crawford. You get what I'm saying? So that's not in the effort to slight Bud Crawford, but that's just having an in-depth conversation and like peeling back the layers. And when you really examine the fight, you gotta take that into account. The fact that you've never heard him say that in his life or in his career, where he's told his pops, no, I'm not gonna do something. Like, just think about that. So that's why his pops threw him right up under the bus after he lost. And get what I'm saying? Yeah, facts, D1, facts. The time in the punch placement that makes his punches dangerous more so than power. That too, B-Dog, that too. And just catching you with the punch that you don't see. Grease with fire, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? And then finishing you. Once he gets you hurt, bro, he's an excellent finisher, bro. Bud Crawford will get you the hell up out of there. Postman salute. Spence was sounding different before the accident. I just think people are, I think, over analyzing that aspect. You get what I'm saying? I feel like he always talked a certain way. Even and again, you got to think, what do we have to base that off? Like, what are we gonna say? Is it from punishment? Because show me the fight where Errol Spence was getting punished. What fighter have you seen take that amount of damage and be punch drunk? Like, you've never seen that. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's that would be rare. 88 Sports Talk, what's good, family? How you feeling, my bro? Tay the real queen of MMA combat. How you feeling, queen? Appreciate you stopping through. That's why a lot of his wins are TKOs. He just need to get you buzzed and he make you unable to defend long enough for the ref to stop it. Absolutely. He's great at doing that. He will hop on your ass and get you up out of there, bro. All we know is what was said after losing. Yeah. But again, that if you listen, it's all how you process the information. I can't tell you how to look at it, right? If you see that is discrediting, you can say that. But to me, I don't see it as discrediting, because saying something about the lack of training or the lack of effort that one fighter provided has nothing to do with the other fighter on the other side. Terence Crawford went in there and did what Terence Crawford was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter didn't cross all his T's and dot his I's. And that's just a fact. You've heard it out his mouth and his father's mouth. So that leads all anybody that's thinking logically that hears that, oh, he really didn't train. And again, look, when have you seen him as tired as what he was in that fight? Like EJ said, he felt like he was gassed in that fight, and he's a boxer. So just think about that. That's what he's seen from his vantage point, a guy that was gassed, and you don't see that with Shawn Porter. So again, even I'm not saying he didn't train hard and he wasn't in shape, but was he in the best possible shape that he could have been in for that fight? I think not. And that's just something I think based off what he said directly out of his mouth. So, I mean, make of it what you will. It's all good. It's just more than one way to look at something, right? I mean, you're not wrong for thinking that, you know what I mean? I don't know about that. Yeah, I love this shit. My mom right now, this is a fight her birthday, but has to be thinking that way too. I can't. That'd be crazy, man. Weekend for the first time ever, he was taking weekends off for training. You get what I'm saying? Sante, what's good with the family? How you feeling, bro? And that's not discrediting the win. We're just telling you exactly what happened. People just sometimes are sensitive to information because they feel like it's said in the effort to take away from the star or the quality that is Bud Crawford. But in fact, that's not the case. We're just stating the information that's out there, and we're coming up with a logical assessment. If we know a guy like bro was saying, B-Dog just say he taking weekends off for the first time in his career, that he never done that. He's on record for telling his father, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to save some for the fight. Just think about that. That's why his pops was like, yo, guys get to a certain point and they think they know better than you. And you get what I'm saying? That's why he thought that's real information, bro. That's not hating. That's not taking nothing away from Bud Crawford. We're really discussing what happened, and we got to be real enough to be able to process that information as we see fit. Like, that's just what it is. It's not a stretch. We're not trying to make it sound like something it's not. We just know that God just wasn't in his best shape possible. Good shape, yes. The best shape is that possible. I just don't think so. And I could be wrong. Podcast Porter, one of the retirement chat. was a fight on my mom's birthday. I feel you, Postman. I can't wait to hear the excuses when Crawford beat Spence. Postman, real ones, bro. Real ones ain't gonna make no excuses. You get what I'm saying? Because real ones ain't just Spence fans. Real ones are fans of the sport. And real ones support both guys. People may not like how Crawford moved or whatever the case, but don't nobody dislike him, hate him, and is preying on his downfall. So there's no excuses to be made. Not over this side anyway, bro. When you come here after this fight, if Spence is the loser and Crawford is the winner, he's getting 100% of his credit. It's not going to be nothing to discredit. Just give him his credit and move on. You get what I'm saying? Don't be a hater. Just appreciate the fighter, the fight, and give a credit to whoever wins. You get what I'm saying? And credit to the loser as well for giving us a great fight, because I know we're going to get one. We said after the fight, I paid attention for years, and it was happening during the lead up. Was going over in Cat versus EJ, right? So the father, one of the trainers, if you never been there before, his attitude wasn't someone who was truly hungry and right. Remember, he was contemplating retirement. And then, y'all, not only that, he went as far as to saying that that just getting up for fights was too hard. Like, he just didn't want to do it no more. That's telling you, that's attitude. Once that fire stopped burning bright inside you like that, especially with a style like Sean Porter, it's a very effective style for him, right? And it was getting it done, but it's like a crash and burn type of style. And what I mean is, he put so much into every training camp and every fight that's not a guy that's gonna last into his 40s. You see, he retired at what was he, 34? You get what I'm saying? So he didn't have long as hell in the sport. And again, it just, each training camp, it just got harder and harder for him to get up for these fights. And he just didn't train the way he should have. That's what he told us. He told us that has nothing to do with Crawford. Let me say this, even if he had trained his absolute best, Crawford still probably comes out of there with the win. The main difference for me, I think he would have been able to go to 12 rounds. That's what I think the difference really would have been. You give him, so I think he had a better shot if he'd obviously been in the best shape of his life, but I think Crawford still pulls it off. I just think he don't get knocked out. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's not an excuse. It's a reality. You get what I'm saying? It's not an excuse. I get you, but that's not an excuse. If that's valid information based on what the fighter is telling you, that has nothing. That's reality. You get what I'm saying? It's reality. Like, he just didn't do what he was supposed to do. And it's easy to see that. You get what I'm saying? Because a real one would know that has nothing to do with Crawford. You get what I'm saying? Crawford did what Crawford's supposed to do. Sean Porter did. You get what I'm saying? There's no excuse. He lost. He just lost. He was affected by the accent. Why is it a 50-50 fight? Is any Vegas had Vegas food, or is it Bud? Does EJ have Vegas food, or is it Bud? A good question, bro. Better now than before the accident. And look, I'll say this, Trey. You know why I could level with that train of thought, bro? Because I feel like he's more driven. And I think he understands what's in front of him, because he's made mistakes that almost cost him. And the fact that he feels like he's on borrowed time puts him in a situation to work his absolute hardest and make the absolute most out of every opportunity. So whether it's a win, lose, or draw, EJ is going to be in the best shape he possibly could have been in, and he's going to put forth the best effort he possibly could have put forth. And it's just going to be no reason to make an excuse, because the fight is going to be that great. Like, you would just have to be a fool to complain about it and not just enjoy it. You know what I mean? I think Kenny Porter was wrong to say that about his son. Should have kept that private. Yeah, he was emotional, Mike. He just threw him right under the bus, quick, fast, bro. Having a hole in his esophagus, weight drain. I always look. I know that stuff sound extreme, but I can't really tell. I could just say it sound extreme. I can't say that it was or it wasn't. I can say you can see in the fight that Teofimo wasn't in the best shape. You can look at that and tell. You can look at him and tell. When he fought Kambosos, he wasn't in the best shape that he ever could be in. You can tell. And he fought emotional as hell, too. People try to make him anything. Real fighters, they're facts. It is true. It is true. Crawford is one that has to pull it off. Everyone knows Spence will walk Crawford. Unstoppable force versus immovable object. Joshua, salute, fan. Appreciate you stopping through. Man, that's a great point. Boxing matchups with D Free, my bro. What's good with the D Free? Big Dog Willie in that super chat. What's good, my bro? Appreciate you. EJ and Butter both being trained by Con. Dude will be a double KO. Con trading skills are so revolutionary that Danny James and Bomac both quit. Facts. Love to my bro, Big Dog Willie, and that's super chat, man.
So it means I'm with that same shit that he talking. Oh, I bet.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to Big Dog Willie. Appreciate you, my bro. That was a mistake with them. On top of everything, Sean and Bud was friends. The energy wasn't the same for both fights. Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. I felt like he couldn't turn. I felt like he couldn't turn the friendship card off. I felt like he couldn't flip the switch off. I felt like he was, teetering with the switch. I felt like Bud, when the contract was signed, Bud turned that switch off, and he knew it. He meant business. He didn't want to be friendly to no extent at all until the fight was completely done with. And you can see that Bud energy stayed the way a fighters was supposed to say all the way up until that fight was stopped. Then Bud went over there and embraced him, hugged him, and all that. So, I mean, he said Cabrera about to beat Pitbull. But I ain't rooting for Pitbull, so I mean, I expect it to be a great fight no matter the outcome. I'm leaning towards Spence, but I can see Bud winning too. Yeah, right. Salute to my bro, Big Dog Willie. The only thing Crawford is going to do. Salute to my bro, Trey, and that super chat coming from an EJ fan. If he loses, Bud is the best fighter in the world, but he better run it back. Right. Bud going to get his 100% credit if he wins, bro, because the winner is just going to be that guy straight up.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro, Trey, man. Okay, bro, we need to start doing publicity, get himself out there. Being Cruz can lift his name. Absolutely could. It could. I mean, again, bro, like I get that some of this stuff that fighters say sound outlandish. Like I've even given guys, blowback for saying certain stuff, but we just can't keep assuming. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just an assumption. That's why I say, for me, it's a conversation. I'm not going to tell you how to think. If you want to think that's an excuse, you're free to think it. I'm not going to tell you wrong for it. I'm just going to give you something else to think about. Like, I think I know the difference between a cold cut excuse and what reasons are. Reasons, like, you get what I'm saying? Reasons and excuses to me are different. I know what I'm saying? So that's just me, though. Undercard boxing, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? Porter retired. Hank Lundy retired last night. Yep. So I guess the guy who beat him better than Bud last night is a better fighter than Bud. Yeah, I really be saying I'm dumb. They don't be getting it, bro. They don't be getting it. Can't do wrong. If you don't like it, they can't do right. Yeah, but it depends on what people, though. Because for me, I just call it down the middle. And the more you are hair tightest, you'll know that. So I don't care about how people call it. I get you, but just do call it down the middle. So people can call it how they want. Whether I like you or not, I'm calling it down the middle. You know what I'm saying? And I love the sport of boxing more than I love any one individual fighter. So I'm going to always call it down the middle. Because these fools, yeah, man. Yeah, you got to, man. I love the energy always, big dog. Salute to you, Brody. G-Roy, what's good with it, fam? Canelo posted his PBC promo on IG. Rick Glaser said in the interview that he was still waiting on his sources to confirm Canelo's PBC. He just don't stop, bro. He don't stop. Nothing is good enough for this dude. Spar dead before long. Word, that's what's up, man. Hope he got some good work, man. Mike Biggs boxing, my bro. What's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash the like button. But like I said, man, it's always a healthy discussion over here. Like, I don't tell you how to think. I don't tell you wrong for how you think. I get it. But to me, I feel like there in boxing, it don't take much to have an off night. You know what I mean? Like, all it takes is a misstep or two. And you know what I mean? So if you're not all the way physically in tune where you need to be, you get what I'm saying? Things could go horribly wrong. You get what I'm saying? Teofimo wasn't in his best. How bad he was injured remains to be seen. But they say the man was about to die. If they're making that up, then that's bogus. You get what I'm saying? But I don't have nothing to back that up to say that they would be lying about that. So you get what I'm saying? Even with the Hannah Gabriels, I get it. But I mean, could anybody disprove that she's lying? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you just never know, man. And boy, right with that hating, man. So again, y'all, if Spence, if what I seen out of Errol Spence is a fighter that's punch drunk, Give me that any day. Give me that any day, bro. I'm sorry. Give me that any day. Give me that any day. And I think, again, those are just narratives that people push because they don't have no real substance with their conversation. So, and the only way people can gain any type of traction is through controversy and pushing rhetoric and false narratives. And that's what this dude, Mermaid Man, be doing, man. I'm telling you. Right. I'm telling you, Mermaid Man be tripping, bro. And called Punch Drunk. What's your thoughts on Bud being Kunta Kinte by Top Rank, by Toby or Top Rank? I mean, look, but this is the thing, bro. Like, I'm not a tit for tat person. Like, it's not a, I'm not a, I don't think like that. That's like, when that situation came up, it would have been time to talk about it. If it came across my desk and it made me think a certain way, then I would call it out. So I don't really think like that. Well, what about this situation? And what about that one? This is what I seen. This is, I see a guy. It's not so much, let me be clear. It's not so much about being punch drunk. It's a false narrative, dude. Can anybody in here with any in an educated fashion break down to me how Spence is punch drunk? And what do you have to base that off? It's not about the name. I'm not sensitive about it. You can have your own opinion, but it's a very irresponsible assessment because you have nothing to back that off. You're talking about how a man talked that got different teeth put in his mouth and multiple surgeries on his mouth. Are you serious, yo? Are you serious? These people are weird. That's the issue. It's not just punch drunk. It's like, what do you have to base that off? It's another false narrative. Again, I mean, I don't see what people don't see with that. That's what's wrong with boxing. You got people like this goofy right here that push rhetoric, false narratives like that, punch drunk. Based off what? What punishment? Where he been getting his ass beat to be punch drunk? People don't even consider none of the factors that will contribute to somebody actually being punch drunk, but they'll say it with no damn substance. Man, I hate that's what it is. He's a goofy ass dude. Goofy mermaid man, looking miserable old man that needs to just stay away from boxing because he's not good for the sport. It's the same dude. All he do is spew rhetoric and lies. I don't even understand how he got a following. I really don't. It's a goofy dude, man. So again, I'm not a tit for tat. Oh, well, just because I said something about him being punch drunk, I got to worry about them saying Kunta Kinte. If it came across my desk and I seen it, you get what I'm saying? Then I would have spoke on it. But to me, I ain't see it. So I don't really have an opinion on that. I mean, in what context did they say that? I don't know, but I wasn't paying attention to that. So I didn't catch it. So, but I caught this. You know what I'm saying? I definitely caught this. The man is deteriorating based off what? You the same dude. This is the same goofy ass old man that said he would never box again in his life. Like he a doctor. He a whole post. He put a whole post out talking about this man would never box again. And then acting like you praying for him. You ain't praying for this man. Then you come out today. Now he punch drunk and deteriorating. Man, get your old ass out. You deteriorating. You old. You get your old ass out of body. I'm pretty sure he got longer than you. Get your ass out of here with these false narratives, bro. That's weak. That's what's wrong with the sport. Errol Spence is doing it the right way. He made his mistakes. He learned from them. He got better because of it. And the man is on the top of his game. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if he's punch drunk, what does that say about Terence Crawford that's fighting a guy that's punch drunk and deteriorating? That's taken from the win, right? Am I right? Those are those excuses, right? Calling them punch drunk would be excuses, right? That would be making excuses. So if we talking about keeping it straight down the middle or keeping the same energy, that's what that would be. Rick Glaser is essentially making excuses, right? Man, this dude is goofy, man. He has no evidence, and nobody else in here can say with any sense and with any logic and be like, yeah, well, based off this he's punch drunk. Based off what? No, people say things with no substance. They just throw it out there. Let me be controversial today. Yeah, Errol Spence is, yeah, let me live. Yeah, man, get your ass out of boxing, dude. I can't wait to see this fight. Salute to both of these dudes for staying the course and getting it done, man. But again, dudes like this ain't good for the sport, man. Too much rhetoric, too much hate. You know what I mean? Racism. It's a lot going on with that dude. He bogus, man. Like, you sit up and you talk negative about. Imagine being the guy that's sitting up talking negative about fighters that continue to be successful. Imagine being the guy that's constantly spewing rhetoric that the PBC is going broke, but they continue to put on meaningful shows, meaningful fights, and make big deals. Imagine that. Imagine being that guy. Nothing you say is credible. Nothing he says is credible. This the same dude that he'll tell you in a heartbeat, PBC is going broke. Get this guy out of here, man. Get him out of boxing. Dudes like this are leeches to the sport, man. You're not here for the right reasons. I don't care who you connected with. You goofy. This dude is a goof, man. Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, facts. Facts. It's stuff like this. GGG is better than Hagler. This is the guy. And I get everybody can have an opinion, but with him, his opinion come with him driving narratives. It's never just an honest opinion. It's he driving a narrative just like he doing with Errol Spence, and that's weak. Let that man go out there and be great, man. You whatever. Again, it's the same dude that got quiet after he said he was gonna lose to Danny Garcia. He went from saying he would never box again. Then when he realized he was fighting Danny Garcia, oh, now you move to the next thing. Oh, he won't beat Danny Garcia. Then when he beat his ass, you went quiet and mute. Now you can't find your tongue. Now you don't know how to tweet no more. I don't like this dude, man. He ain't good for the sport, bro. He ain't good for the sport at all, man. Rick Glaser's bitterness, comments, opinions based off. Yeah, bitterness, facts, yo, facts. Al ain't at a disagreement. He's still bitter. Yeah, like somebody cared. Get over it, bro. Al moved on. You still talking about some old stuff. You don't get all that personal. It don't matter. So I'm telling you, facts, bro. Facts. I can't wait to see this fight, man. Just so I can see just how punch drunk EJ is. I know we about to see greatness. I know we about to see it. He continued to prove people wrong, and they still doubting him. Each time they move the goalposts more and more. First it was he is never gonna fight again. Then when you find out he gonna fight again, then he said, oh, he gonna lose to Danny Garcia. Then he fight Ugas, he ain't gonna look the same. He get him, batter him, break him all up, and then they say, he don't look the same. Like they just don't know. They're never satisfied. They're never satisfied. But you can't tell me another person that whooped Danny Garcia ass the way EJ did. You can't find me another person that beat Ugas ass the way EJ did. But people keep saying, well, he is not. So why the hell do he keep looking impressive if he's not good? I don't understand. If he's slipping, if he's one-dimensional, if all this stuff is true, why the hell does he continue to win impressively? Impressively. The Ugas win was impressive. Danny Garcia was impressive. Are people not impressed? Do they not know what greatness is when they see it? Or are they just cool with being overly critical? Nah, he don't look the same. He don't look, that's like stating the obvious. Would you be the same if you got thrown from a car and got your face all smashed up? You probably wouldn't be the same either. So that's like stating the obvious at this point. But the level of great that he's been displaying since coming back is good enough to beat any man that they put in front of him. And that's what I believe. And I think we're going to get an example of that. And he's going to continue to prove people wrong. Come July 29th, we all going to see it. We all going to see it. Mr. Collie was good with it, fam. 2015 was putting better fights than the PBC. Facts, bro. Glaser, Bob Amdu, he's Bob Smear campaign manager. I'm telling you, bro. Telling you. Man, look, man, I'm going to say this one time to you, bro. See, what you not going to do is do that. Because it's not no outrage. You want to be tit for tat, bro. I don't want to tit for tat. I just explained to you that didn't come across my desk. Maybe you don't know what I mean when I say that. That's not something that caught my attention. I didn't catch that. Sorry, I didn't find that to be controversial enough to be bringing this up because that's not relevant right now to the conversation I'm having. So if you want to have that conversation, you're going to have that one by yourself, bro. We're not switching back and forth. With this, is that said right now? Is this in my title? Is that what I'm talking about? That's what you want to talk about. You could go talk about it, bro. But all due respect, because you're not going to come in here, selective outrage. Take that shit somewhere else, man. Take that somewhere else. Ain't no selective outrage. I call it down the middle over here, and you don't be here long enough to know that. So stop typing and start listening, bro. Start listening. Damn, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all too damn sensitive. Tit for tat. Oh, did you? What about this? You bring up something about one fighter. Well, what about this? Well, what about it? That's not what I'm talking about right now. You want to have that conversation? Go have it by yourself. Weird as hell, man. 817, what's good with it, my bro? Yeah, definitely. You already know. Matter of fact, you already the link is about to be dropped right now. I try to be. I'm the fairest dude up here, and I vouch for myself. I'm the fairest dude up here to get that weird shit out of here. Listen to the content creator. I call it down the middle. That conversation is not in topic today. If it was, I'd be calling it down the middle on that as well. You don't come in here and start your own conversation. But what about it? What about it? You go start you a channel and make you a video and be outraged about it. Goofy as hell, man. I'm about the integrity of the sport, man. sitting up here pushing narratives about fighters is weak shit. Ain't that the same excuses that you complaining about? You need to learn to listen, dude. That's the same shit you complaining about, ain't it? Ain't that essentially making an excuse? If Crawford win, we gonna say he was punch drunk anyway, right? Ain't that excuses? You talking about calling it down the middle, selective out. Take that shit somewhere else, dude. I don't like that weird energy. Don't come over here and make me out to be somebody else. Go somewhere else with that energy, bro. We ain't having that conversation. Tit for tat. I hate that, yo. We don't do that. Tit for tat. What about this? Remember, somebody did that before. I'm talking about Canelo. They like, well, what about Wilder? What about Wilder? That shit ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. People weird as hell. Selective outrage. Ain't no selective. Just listen, bro. I call it down. And what have I been all point about what I said since I started talking? What, instead of keep making your own conversation, answer the question. What evidence do you have to back that the man is punch drunk? Anybody? I'm waiting for an answer. You making it a big deal because I'm saying something about it. Well, tell me how he is punch drunk, and then I'll show you why I got a problem with it. You can't come up with one reason, one piece of evidence that would suggest that this man is punch drunk, other than this old sickly man running his mouth because he's an old hater and ain't got nothing else better to do. Big Dog Willie 817, what's good, bro?
What's good? What's good, Judge?
What's going on with you? What you got on it, bro?
Well, two things. First, let's cook on the title.
Like button too, man.
First, let's cook on the title on Rick. You know what I'm saying? Let's cook on him real quick.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Back in the Gap, I'm on Supercuts Conversations, and he invite this piece of trash into the conversation. He, you know, it's always one that invite the wrong motherfucker to our space, right? And really what the motherfucker was to do research, right? You're really there to do research. You're really there to learn what we thinking. So, you know, him and his cronies can strategize on how to fuck us over. It's how they always do, right? All right. So he in the barbershop, he in Supercuts or whatever, and he the host is capping with him, right? And the fact that he married to a black woman,
right?
He think that qualifies him to be in this space. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm one that acknowledges that every white person ain't got it out for me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That every Mexican ain't got it out for me, so on and so forth. You did? So I didn't pass no judgment on the man having a black wife at first, right?
Right.
But let me tell you what fucked me up. He gonna try to tell me. He was talking about Clarissa Shields, and I mean, he was dragging her. He was calling her nasty,
right?
And all kinds of shit because of what happened at the press conference. If anybody don't know, you know, Clarissa press conference, she was getting slandered, disrespected and shit. And somebody in the camp spurred the old cat that was doing a lot of talking, saying what he was gonna do, calling her sister dykes and shit, calling her bitches and shit, just getting all the way out of line. And he wasn't doing no fighting, but he was doing a whole lot of talking. And again, when you disrespecting a woman like that, I don't care what the woman is to you, she's somebody to somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, you take the consequences that come with it. Well, old school got spurred, head hit the ground, and he was in the hospital, you know, for a minute. And so, you know, everybody tried to blame Clarissa for that shit. But
817, that was the Crawford though, man. That he was a young man. He didn't hit that old ass man like that.
Hold on, big dog. Hold on, big dog, because everybody gonna have their opinions on it. Everybody gonna have their opinions on it, right? Everybody gonna have their opinions on it. But let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me lay in the plane. So, you know, that shit happened. Everybody had their feelings about it, right? But you know, but they directed them towards Clarissa, not the individual that, you know what I'm saying, that did it or whatever, right? And then nobody really had no smoke for the old man saying it because they felt sorry for what the fuck happened to him, right? So Clarissa really defended herself, you know what I'm saying? But Glaser was really just going in on her and wasn't giving her no respect at all, right? So I posed the question to Glaser. I said, okay. I say, you love your wife, right? And he said, yeah. And he said he had daughters too, right? So apparently you got a black wife and you got mixed daughters, right? But these are women at the end of the day. Say you go out to eat with your wife, and I say you run to the bathroom or you have to step away from the table, right? And you come back, and for whatever reason, the waiter is dressing down your wife. He talking to her like she shit under his shoe. You don't know what the fuck happened or what led the conversation to being at this point. But as you come out of the bathroom, you hear this man calling your wife every kind of nasty motherfucking name that you just dropped, right? What's going down? Oh man, he was quick to answer. Oh, he wouldn't even get that far. The guys in my neighborhood, they, bop, and did. So my thing was, I was like, so you think your wife or the women you love is good enough to be respected, but not Clarissa?
Right.
I said, your coward ass wouldn't say shit, to be honest, depending on where you was. And really, you a coward up here talking about this woman like that, and then have no smoke for the young man that did it or the old school. You ain't said shit about the old school getting out of line and putting himself in a place to get his motherfucking face smashed. Because if it was an old school that smashed his face, at the end of the day, he was still out of motherfucking line. Now, everybody got a line of morality to motherfucking respect. And if you cross it, you got to expect it, right? Well, this man thought it was okay to cross the line on Clarissa, but the women he loved, nah, motherfucker. It's either one way or no way. You either love and respect them all and give them that respect until they put themselves in a position not to be. And at that point, the conversation even shouldn't be with the woman. It should be with the man in the first fucking place.
Right.
So I'm just saying at the end of the day, Rick, ain't no way you gonna get no motherfucking respect, not giving none, especially disrespecting a woman like that and not having nothing to say about the man.
Right.
And Rick Glaser is a piece of shit. He is and just because he married to a white woman, to a black woman, don't mean shit. All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
All facts.
And most of the time, it'll be the one that look like you that'll lead you to some bullshit that the one that don't, because you ain't looking at him the same way you looking at the motherfucker that don't look like you. That's one. Number two, if you want to talk about Terence Crawford being called a slave, he displayed slave ass mentality. Even when his own people was telling him what they saw, what they knew, what was the history, and what was being done to him then.
817.
Hold on. He re-signed and told everybody that nobody knew his motherfucking heart, and then proceeded to turn right around and walk away from the white man and try to embarrass him by telling him he did not provide him with the very shit he was bitching at us about, complaining for him for. And then when the white man called him to the carpet on the shit, he dropped it. And this the same one that'll go back and tell you to boycott one black man shit and tell you to support blackbutt.net.
Right.
So what black man is good enough to support? That's what I'm talking to you about. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
Thank you.
So if you want to talk about slave mentality, there's a motherfucking example there, and we could continue to move forward with that. So when you do that capping in the chat, no, it's somebody ready or prepared for that shit. Right. Just shoved it to the side because he didn't even allow it the space. But I'm telling you, partner, I'm your Huckleberry, and I got receipts.
Schizo Paul was
now go ahead, big dog. My bad.
Yeah, your points. I don't know about your points. I don't think that we should call anybody, especially not a black man, a slave, when he was just, he wasn't doing nothing to another black.
I said slave mentality.
Slave mentality. I wouldn't even go that far. I wouldn't even go that far. Because man,
because
I'm just saying. Let me finish. I'll let you finish. Let me finish. What I'm saying is that the man sign with the dude. If he made a mistake, he made a mistake. He should have signed with the PBC to get the fighters, but you can't. But just because he signed with them doesn't mean he has some slave mentality. That's not. That's not. We shouldn't go that far with him like that. That's
Big
not.
dog, big
No,
dog.
hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Big dog, hold on, dog.
No. I'll let you talk. I let you talk. I let you talk. I let you talk.
You just lied on me.
No, I let you. No, I let you talk.
Just lied on me. Go ahead.
Let me finish. Well, you can rebuttal in a minute. Just let me finish what I had to say. I said we can't put that on him like that. We can't put that jacket on him. My opinion, we can't put that jacket on him. And number two is, and I got in here to talk about Rick Glaser too, but he had no business talking about Clarissa Shield like that. But that wasn't Clarissa Shield's fault. That wasn't Clarissa Shield's fault at all. That was between the people that started Ruckus. It was a bunch of people who shouldn't be starting Ruckus at the first time, and that kid that hit that old man. Clarissa Shield's sister started that fight, and he was responding to it. So, and they were calling him names, and he was calling her names right back. That young kid that had no business hitting that old man like that. That was faulty. So I call that a wash. So, but he had no business. He had no business talking to like Clarissa Shields like that. Clarissa had nothing to do with that.
Hey, but, don't put yourself. Listen, right? If you are old man, your ass been on this earth way longer than them folks in that room. Gray hair is supposed to be bestowed upon people who've been long enough to gather the wisdom and understanding being on this earth. That old man went too goddamn far. You not 30 years old in prime shape and ready to handle whatever the fuck comes.
You're wrong. You're wrong on that.
Oh, okay. So
you respect your elders. You respect your elders. You don't sit there. If you start shit with an elder, and you gonna sit there and let you talk to him. Okay, you can't do that.
Big dog. Just like we teach our little girls, never to put themselves in a man's place, right? Each and every one, we all try to tell that, right? But guess what? Each and every man, every person out here with balls and a penis ain't a man, right? So one of them gonna break the rule. So in knowing that, you have to arm your child properly and let them know that's a possibility. So don't even put yourself in a position to test his manhood. That old man put himself in a position to test somebody else's man or womanhood, and he was not prepared to deal with the consequences. We know what rules and or guidelines are, but they are made to be broken. So what do? You do your best to not put yourself in situations that you are not prepared for. And when you do encounter those situations, you handle them accordingly as best you know how. What I'm saying is the old man put himself in a precarious position. He put himself at risk by going outside the lines. Now, in regards to Crawford, continuing to display that mentality, he's also antiquated that black folks are the reason why we wouldn't get in the fight because they steal fights and this, that, and the third, antiquating that we were the only ones keeping him from having this fight. And then came out and told you otherwise later. I'm continuing to show you the mentality that he displays, and that's what I attack. And that's the problem. Listen, that's the problem with when I say things, people have a problem with them because I'm attacking their mentality, and they can't separate my attack on the mentality to them. You know why? Because I'm very vocal when it comes to my attack, and I'm trying to be poignant. You know why? Not to embarrass somebody, but to get them to actually think about what the fuck they saying before they saying it. You gonna sit here and try to tell me we shouldn't put that jacket on him when the motherfucker put his arms in the sleeves his goddamn self, and you don't want to say what's on the goddamn jacket.
No, I think you are completely wrong. But anyway, yeah. So I guess. Hold on. Let me.
Look at your peers in the chat.
Slow
I
down.
know you want to overtalk me now, but look at your
Slow
peers.
down.
Fuck
See,
what
you
I
getting
think.
upset. Why you getting? Don't get upset.
I'm not upset. I'm telling
Then
you to
let
look at your
me
peers.
talk. Then let me
Okay.
talk.
Look at your peers in the chat.
Then
See what they have to say.
let me talk. Let me talk.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Thank you. Jesus. What I'm just trying to say is I'm not going to go back to the Clarissa Shields shit or the Terrence Crawford shit. I actually come out here to talk boxing. So I was going to let that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Just do. No, it's no pointless. We're just going to go back and forth and argue about it.
Bro, fuck what we got to say. Look at your peers in the chat. When you go in a courtroom, that's why they put 12 people up as the jury, right? Because hold on, bro. See, you know why you want to stop me, bro? Because I'm making sense. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and ask him some bullshit. But when I do get a chance to talk, I'm gonna land the plane. Go ahead.
Yeah. So just do what?
Okay. He don't want to read the chat, y'all. He ain't got time.
I'm not reading the chat. I'm not gonna read the chat.
I know you not, because you don't want your peers to show you that you on some bullshit. But guess what? If your ass was in the courtroom and there was 12 jurors in there, your motherfucking ass would be facing some time fucking with me.
Hold on. So you came up here just to argue with me?
Nigga, I didn't even know you was coming up here. You came up here with some flaw shit, and I exposed it. Now you want to move past the subject. And I said, fuck what I think. Look at the chat.
Fuck the chat.
I know it. Fuck the chat now. Okay. So the next time, chat, y'all see him in there, he think fuck y'all and what y'all think.
I mean, because I swear, listen to me, I completely understood the point. I really do. But I'm just a guy that I understand point of views, and I understand everybody's not going to share mine. But this I just want to use this as a prime example, y'all. Did y'all hear why I say I don't disagree with people? Do you see how it initially starts as a conversation with three, and then it ends up being between two? And it's not these my guys up here, but this is why I don't disagree with people, and I urge people to just accept difference of opinion and share yours. Like once you say I disagree, now it becomes personal because now you have to one up my opinion with yours. You get what I'm saying? When I'm going to respect where you're coming from, just the same way I want you to respect where I'm coming from. That's why I value both of y'all opinions. I don't think you're wrong. I just think you got different points of views. And nobody's wrong. You get what I'm saying? So
my teachers used to tell me to say, when you get grown, you gonna go turn your locks on your door. When shit happen that you don't like or that you don't hear, you can hang up the phone and you can turn the locks on your door and be in your house. And the first thing you're gonna say is, I pay my bills, I feed myself, I don't give a fuck what nobody think. But let me tell you something, that's what America has done. That's what the last person that was in charge has emboldened people to do. Stay in your box, stay with your thoughts, don't challenge them, fuck them, right? Because you take care of you, right? So everybody in their own box or bubble, right? And don't nobody listen. Criticism is the path to righteousness. You got to be able to discern. Discernment is important. You got to be able to discern what criticism is for you to build on and what criticism is to tear you down. And your personal feelings have a lot to do with how you take criticisms. I'm telling you, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm sitting there watching parents make excuses for how they teach their kids, but really it be their own hang-ups. And I watch this shit in the chat every day. Your own personal hang-ups you bring in the ring of boxing. But on the cool, in the square circle, right, is criteria and shit you gotta go by. Just like in these goddamn debates. And in politics, it's criteria shit you gotta go by. Motherfuckers always bring their outside shit and try to fit it in the criteria. The criteria was the slave mentality. I brought examples to how he displayed the mentality. You brought your feelings as to how I said it or what I said. You didn't bring no examples to shit on it. That's why you want to move on.
I disagree with you, and you started getting upset because I said just to disagree with you. I'm not getting upset with what you said. I'm not bringing my emotions. I said I disagree with you.
Bro, it's a lot of ways. It's a lot of ways to interpret anger.
No,
It's a lot of ways to interpret it. If you think I'm angry, big dog, if you think I'm angry about the fact that you don't like the fact that I called him a slave, then that's a personal issue. I'm not angry. I'm just very passionate. And I'm gonna tell you something. When I hear bullshit, I'm gonna call it.
Okay,
I ain't gonna give you the room to float it because I know it's people out there. And I know people are impressionable too. And I'm never gonna float bullshit to them.
Let me talk. You've been talking the whole time.
What the fuck have you been saying, Willie?
You don't let me talk. I don't just say no
more. My bro Keys to the Game Boxing channel. What's good with it, bro? How you been, Keys?
With you.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Salute to my bro Keys, man. But yeah, man. Just in some other news, you know what I mean? Just to finish, because this is what we did come here for. Rick Glaser, we was icing his ass, and here go one more extra reason to ice his ass, because he don't remember he said the Canelo, and he waiting for this and waiting for that. So Canelo just posted this on his IG. Salute to my bro D, man. And he pulled this picture up, but y'all could go right ahead, though. I'm gonna just pull this up. This is another reason why he just ain't good for the sport. He's just against everything that is PBC with no substance. He just hate just for no reason at all.
No, he was hating on like all these new boxers that come out. Like Canelo's the worst. He be capping for, but he capped for Canelo hard. But even when Triple G was going, like I mentioned that earlier, even when Triple G was going through his little supposedly 25 defense with his belt, he was better than Hagler, and then saying that what did he say about what's his name?
Impact Man, he'll tell you what's good with it. He been giving the kitchen. Yeah. Salute to my bros, man. Y'all smash that like button too, man. Canelo just posted this on his Instagram, by the way. Y'all salute the D, man. So he made it official that he will be fighting Jamal Charlo. So let's go, man. Let's go, Charlo. We got some work to do, man. I'm still rocking with Charlo. I don't care what kind of uphill battle he climbing. I'm rocking with him. Unapologetic. Whoop his ass, bro. Whoop his ass.
Yeah, I mean, you look, because they can't stand that dude, man.
They got Jamel, but this is what he posted though. But I'm guessing it meant to be Jamal, but
no. Wait a minute. No, he ain't. Listen, that ain't no mistake. Look at that. Okay, undisputed versus undisputed.
Oh shit! Damn, I wasn't even thinking. I'm thinking Jamal. I'm thinking Jamal Charlo.
No, sir. Undisputed versus
this
undisputed.
Definitely ain't happening, man. I just had me tripping. I'm like, hell no. It's too good to be true. Man, get this out of here. It looked good though. It looked good, but that
bro.
That's on Canelo pay.
His ass about to fight Tim Zoo.
Bro, I need to hear somebody else confirm it. But if that's what's cracking, boy, he's gonna get that ass beat.
Yeah, right. I'm rooting for him. I hope that's the fight.
2 weeks later, that's what was going to happen.
We need little bro. If it was anybody I wanted to fight Canelo out of them two, it's definitely little brother. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Little brother's more teasing right now. I mean, Big brother been off the shelf for like 2 years and have issues going on. But little brother, man, that's what I'm saying. Little brother probably is the best one to fight him from. You mean besides the 158?
Right. That's just wishful thinking. I'm thinking with that poster. That's just somebody got creative. It looked good though. My mind was already thinking Jamal. I ain't really looked all the way. I ain't get to the belts. None of that.
Now Canelo posted that. That's different. Now Canelo posted, but I still need to see Steven Espinosa and them say that's what's cracking.
Right. Yeah, I hope so too, though, man. I wonder where he gonna go first, though, because he over here. Gotta be to some smoke, though. But see, Canelo, I don't care how comfortable or plush that seat get, and that's what I said in regards to Crawford. Sooner or later, bro, you gonna bump into enough people that say you pussy, bro.
Canelo had he had his little run where he had motherfuckers believing or whatever. But when Bivol put them hands on him, and then he turned around and had that ragged ass showing with John Ryder.
Yeah, I know, Rick. I just bypassed all that. Pardon me, y'all. I knew that was Jamel. I ain't catch it. Appreciate you, 817, because you pointed it out. I looked past Undisputed. I'm thinking Jamal Charlo, but that was Mel. Oh, Mel posted it too. Salute to my brother.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So we got real action. But listen,
what they doing?
And we ain't never got a
playing with us,
man. Well, I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
He felt that heat. He felt that heat, bro. He felt that heat, and it wasn't nowhere else to turn. Goddamn me. Either you gonna die like a man or live like a cow. You did what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, I could at least at the bare minimum, as long as this deal is at least real, I don't know who the opponent is first, but I could at least give him some type of credit for going towards what I believe would be the smoke.
It's about time. It is
definitely. But I'm just one of those people where I'm like, all right, I got on your ass, but it's like once you get there, I'm gonna be like, all right, at least you did. I got it.
Right, let's get it now.
It took you a while, but you did.
Think about it. What do you think? I mean, if this is true, like this is a huge step up for Canelo. Like it's kind of.
I mean, listen. Nah, I'm not gonna give him that because listen, bro. How old is Canelo? How many fights has he had? At 160 and 154. These fights were on the line that would already have cemented his legacy where he wouldn't be in such a fight at this age, at this condition. So I'm not gonna give him the step up part. At this point, ain't no step ups. You should be far past step ups.
No, I'm saying for him ducking all this time, I'm saying it's out of the ordinary step up, not step up like he's doing something special. Like it's out of the ordinary.
Bro, it's time. It's time. Ain't no bags nowhere else. Ain't nobody paying you no more bags for goddamn billion shit. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody buying that shit. Ain't nobody paying for that shit. It was time to go get the guaranteed money and fight the names because when nobody else gonna pay for that bullshit. That you seen Eddie trying to come out and say every one of them motherfucking fights wasn't a success, which we already fucking knew because they wouldn't have dissolved the contract if the money was getting made. So at the end of the day, the motherfucker took the for show money, just like that other nigga, the one with the slave mentality. He took the for show money because there wasn't no more money out there for no more bullshit. He already burnt that motherfucking shit with Avenue.
Right. I can't wait to see this play out though, because I don't give a damn what you say. It's gonna get tough for him at some point because you went right over there where you where the smoke is at, in my opinion.
So this is my whole thing. Like, is he gonna? Who's he gonna? So what's his game plan? If he fights Mel, is he gonna fight Benavidez next, or is he gonna fight? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's his game plan? Because it don't seem right. This don't look right. It don't.
It have to be some shit like possible rematch for the first opponent, and then maybe a Benavidez and maybe an Earl if he win or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely if he lose, it might be like Bivol. He may not want to get that ass whooping again. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it's got to be a lame duck somewhere in here, right? It's got to be a motherfucking somebody in here. It's got to be.
I can't see him go to Dragon's Teeth going, Mel, Benavidez, and then Spence.
Right.
That can't happen.
Right. At this point, I'm like you, big dog. It's got to be one lame duck in that son, bitch. Who y'all think, chat? Who the lame duck in this motherfucker in this 3-fight deal? If he run into the smoke like this, it's got to be something easy on her.
Bro, what's good with it, Fake?
Probably Darrell.
Hell no. Hell no.
But for the lame duck, I bet you money he's Darrell.
Yeah, that was Mel Charlo on there, man. Little Charlo, and they both post, bro.
Yes,
crazy.
Money Darrell. Watch.
Hey, watch. Maybe a Caleb Plant rematch.
Oh.
Okay.
Tay just says it's official. He just spoke to Espinoza.
Canelo Tay.
What?
Tay gonna run it through the fax machine. Salute, famo. He gonna run it through the fax machine.
So I can put this unexpected, y'all. This is unexpected.
Super unexpected.
Back up then. Man,
I told you when I read it. I say undisputed versus undisputed.
Wow, man. Salute to the facts, the human facts machine. Bro.
You know what? That's
God damn.
Like I said, Canelo. You might not.
Facts, bro.
Hey, 107. You have to admit the man is coming out of his little shell. He might get 3 ass whoopings in a row, but he's coming out of the show.
Bro,
wow,
bro,
man.
listen, bro.
Pac-Man.
If your kid finally show the ability to do what the fuck you say at 22 years old, I mean, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? You be like, well, shit, finally, but
hey, Aunt Jones, not when we got Tay Jones in here saying this. I trust in Tay Jones, bro, and I listen. I go down with him if he wrong, because he ain't steered me wrong with not a bit of information yet. And if he say he spoke to the man, well, who I'm gonna believe?
Right. I'm rolling with Tate till the wheels fall off. Fuck that.
Johnny Q,
hey, just do 817. You might as well just start getting ready for the races and all the start happening crazy.
Now see, big dog.
Get a shot.
Now see, big dog. That's the problem, right? Just like we said. Okay, the fight is here, right? The fight is here. Let's enjoy the fight, right? Big dog. The problem gonna come in where everybody gonna talk about he would never avoid them before and all of this shit, right? And then Raj, it's gonna be somebody like myself in the chat to be like, well shit, Belts was on the undisputed was on the line before in the waist that he was in and the motherfucker ran from him. See? That's where the shit gonna come from.
It's crazy.
It's happening. I already knew it was gonna happen. They're gonna give it a week. And it's gonna be like, oh, Canelo always wanted to fight, but the PG.
Hold on, you said Espinosa is known for having his source. He is the source. Yo, what?
What? Oh my god.
Am I wrong? Tay Jones, talk to me. Am I wrong? Is Espinosa not the source, or like? Salute to Aunt Jones. To my knowledge, I think that man is the source, though. You know what I mean? Man, Jermel though, and they both posting it on their pages, bro. They both posting it right now. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smashing that like button for you, bro. Salute to my bro Trey and that super chat, man. Let's go, man. Boxing is delivering crazy. This
and we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
I'm out of here, man.
All right, big dog. Appreciate it.
I just do.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I mean, you know, we seen Big Bro training and shit, so everybody really thought Big Bro was next. You feel what I'm saying? And it's little bro taking the smoke
with it, bro. Yeah, I think it's a real poster, bro. Canelo posting it, Mel Charlo posting it. And like I said, Tay say he just spoke to Espinosa. He said it's real, bro. So, let's say we got 2023 just continue to be one of the best years in boxing, hands down.
Let me ask you a real question though. Watch this. All right. You've seen the success of Little Bro and how it kind of have an effect on Big Bro. Big Bro cool with it because that's his Little Bro, right? He always gonna support Little Bro. But you know, when people turn around and look at him, he ain't really got that, you know, like Little Bro do, right? So let's say Little Bro goes and slays the dragon. He goes and beats Canelo.
Man,
how does that dynamic affect the brothers?
Oh man, that's crazy. Facts, B-Dog. Wow, Maul versus Boo Boo or something, right? Yeah, right. So maybe that FaceTime call they did made sense. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I don't even know nothing, but I know they're posting it. I know what Tay just said. I know how credible he is, and I rock with him, man.
Ooh, so let's just say
he don't make nothing up. He go to the man, like, you know what I mean.
So let's just say the Charlo brothers are standing. What the lines?
He the one that told me the Spence joint was. I could have swore I asked him, and he let me know that was right before. Like, you get what I'm saying? And look what we got. We got the fight. So
wait a minute.
I trust in that, man. I respect people that get right to the source, man.
We got the lines back, fam. We got Big Bro cleaning up the old work, and we got Little Bro whooping on Canelo.
Y'all. this just done interrupted the live in real time, bro. Like, man, goddamn, my bad, y'all. We had to call an audible on this one, man.
Breaking news.
Nobody seen this coming, bro. I could have swore he was fighting Tim Tszyu, bro. Golly, go ahead, Mel Charlo. Go show him how it's done. Then show him how it's done, man. I definitely got faith in it. I definitely do. That's crazy. So you got Canelo. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that though, because Canelo, man. I mean, it is what it is. But I feel like I see a guy in Jamal Charlo that definitely could win a fight. Jamel Charlo that definitely could win a fight against the guy that I've seen the last 3 times. The guy in Canelo Alvarez that I've seen go the last, what is that? What is it, 36 rounds that I seen in Canelo? That guy? Yeah. That guy right there? Yeah, I definitely think Jermell Charlo can beat the guy that I just seen for the last 36 rounds of his career. Respectfully, I do. Me. And I ain't saying Canelo can't beat him or nothing, but I'm comfortable with saying I got more. I mean, man.
All right.
What's good, Floss? And Jones, what's good with it, bro? He says weight class for a reason. Yeah, I get you. But man, you know what? Sometimes you just like that, man. Let's hopefully they figure it out, man. Whatever weight class is gonna be at. But this is news. This just came out of left field. Truly blessed. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling, man? Salute to Baltimore. Be more in the house.
In DJ camp, he got them boys fighting with bigger fighters. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta think Big Bro already bigger. And he damn sure ain't sparring him or whatever at 160 pounds. When he sparring Big Bro probably around 170, 175. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got to think they had Marcus in the camp. You feel me? So you definitely know that they sparred. They sparring bigger dudes already. So for Charlo to have to, fight with that weight is different. You dig? But it ain't like it's new to him. You feel me? He done fought trained at that weight before.
Facts, bro. Derek James is just one of the best teacher trainers we got. Teach was good with a Teach.
Ooh, that's a bone burner, bro.
Man, this is
23 is a motherfucker, ain't it, Just? It's
crazy, yeah, man. I'm just sitting here still stuck at how this just happened in the middle of the line like this. I just went. My mind just went everywhere. Mind you, y'all, I thought this was Maul for a second, so I just went from Maul. And it went from Mel in seconds, and then I took it down thinking it was just they posting, and then Tay Jones coming here, and I'm like, man, my head just feel like, man, damn.
I'm saying, nah, that's a mistake, bro.
You get what I'm saying? I'm like, man, there's got to be something wrong, man. Here, but hey, man, look, if this was what boxing is giving me in 2023, your boy Just will not complain. I do not care about seeing a guy face a tough challenge or whatever the case. That's what he in it for. This is wild right here. I'm telling you, they pull this off, man. Best year of boxing, hands down. They pull this off this year.
Well, you know what? These cats don't want to be outdone, Just. They don't want to be outdone. You feel what I'm saying? And once you seeing somebody like Stephen Fulton. You know what I'm saying? What he doing, and then stand up and say what he doing. You see Devin Haney do what he doing, stand up like he do. Then you see Earl and Bud finally get that shit together and do what they gonna do. Right. Yeah. You want to what up? You want to what up the next cat?
Right. And again, y'all. Now 817, because you pretty. You one of the most logical people I know, and Flossie, because you up here too, bro. Now, remember when I was saying, if people remember that, I was feeling like Ryan and Tank served the purpose in boxing for so many reasons other than they fight, and people just couldn't understand. Now, I just find it very odd that these fights is just falling in line after that. When I felt like that, just people see the light, man. That's what I feel like. Not just saying they just did it all, but I feel like they just see the possibility and what it is to make big fights, man. Like bro just said, one up and somebody is real. And what else do you come over there to PBC to do? So you either go over there and you BS or you stand on business. And if he come in to the smoke like this, then look, man, because Jermell Charlo, weight or not, this ain't no run of the mill fighter, bro. I think this is one of the best fighters we got in boxing. I think he undisputed for a reason in his weight class. And I get the weight classes, I get that, man. Sometimes you just gotta go be special, man. And then look, I don't have a problem with it. If this is what it is, they'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? They'll figure it out.
I can't even be mad at Canelo for this one.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't even say shit about this one. I can't say nothing about it. Not this one.
Facts, because on the cool, right? We would have all thought he would have chose what? The Charlo coming off the layoff and shit. That's right up his motherfucking alley. But I mean, you know, and we know Charlo, we know little Charlo been on the layoff with the hand or whatever. But shit, we already know he the one with the real smoke.
Right. Man, look, let me know if I'm tripping. Could this really be a play that if Charlo win this fight, that he dropped the belts at 54 to make way for EJ? Then go down to 60 and Maul go up.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Let's remove all that me fight my partner talk right now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna go whoop on this essay.
I smash that like button.
Take his shit and leave this shit for my partner to come clean up too.
Now I can see him dropping back down to 60 to be a 3-weight world champ. He might knock off Danny Garcia as if he beat Laura.
Fuck you mean?
That I see it and shit. You know, I'm rocking with Benavidez in 168, so this is perfect. I'll take any nigga that's gonna take them belts off of Canelo.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right, bro. I'm all the way with you, Flosser. Good point.
Shit, I can't believe it. I thought I read it wrong, bro.
Yeah, that's great point.
Am I the only one?
Oh no!
Somebody got YouTube wrong in the background. That's what that is.
Did you get it? Oh, no.
Yeah. That's the one credit you got to give to the boy. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, at this point, shit, you got to get paid, my nigga. That might have been what was on the motherfucking table. You dig what I'm saying? Might just not necessarily be of his choosing. I mean, it's of his choosing. Let's not lie. But shit, PBC, I mean, at this point, you know what I'm saying? What was really on the table for him, right? Because I think if he went before, he had more of a chance to pick and choose this shit. At this point, who else wanted to pay him some motherfucking money like that? With Eddie coming out saying what he said, him already burning the bridges with Golden Boy, you kind of knew PBC was where he was going to come back to. And then, you know, you got to think, right? At least for Al and them and they side, shit, if he got to come back groveling this time, you know what I'm saying? Then goddamn it, he gonna kind of do some of the shit we want. I don't know. Maybe that's a factor too. This is
Maul and Boo Boo gotta be a real thing now because Maul gotta get back in that ring. Right. This don't change nothing. He gotta get back in that ring.
That's why it didn't make sense why they was talking about fighting each other, and they was talking about Charlo and Canelo and negotiations, but hell, it was the wrong Charlo they was talking about. Yet again, ESPN ain't no shit. And people
and they didn't call the audible, Rise. They didn't call the audible, bro. They didn't call the audible on this. They didn't call it a monkey wrench.
I really wouldn't be surprised if Canelo asked for Maul, but Maul like he ain't ready yet. And PBC gave his ass Jamil.
Facts. Lil bro said, I got him though. And Canelo didn't like to talk. Okay, well, you come on then. You come, you get to bed there too. I whoop ass too.
All that shit about him decking Canelo in the past, that shit a rap now, ain't it?
Yeah. That's why I say he could put a lot of noise to bed with the right fights. This is the only thing people wanted from him. Nobody was sitting here banking on this dude downfall, wanting him to cheat possible, but you want him to, you know, fight how he get paid, bro. You want him to fight, you know what I mean? That's it.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens right there. That's how it happens right there. Because he made the fight now. Motherfucker gonna say, well, I guess we can say all that Duggan shit put to bed. But my caveat is at the times he was at 154 and 160. If he'd have took that L from Charlo, he wouldn't have had such of a long run in the way that he had a run. It's okay to risk it now. You done already lost to Bivol. With no shame in you losing to Floyd, but if you'd have turned right around and lost at 154 or 160 and I lost that chance to be undisputed, folks would have said, he was never what they said he was. But to take the fight now, you already established a quote-unquote great. Anything else you do now is on the precipice of great. So if you do like those older fighters did later in their careers in history and lose a few, ain't nobody gonna diminish your greatness.
Right.
I just hope my boy Power travel, bro.
Yeah, it's lit, Brody. Y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel, man. It's definitely lit, man. Look, I seen Jamel do it. I seen him box beautifully against Castano, and I know Canelo and Castano. I get that 1,000,000%, but I'm just talking about in terms of executing a game plan and listening and being emotionally and mentally in check. Man, and he know he was in the best shape that he needed to be in. He broke Castano ass down. He really broke. The difference is in that second fight was not only did he get a knockout, but it wasn't like the fight was nip and tuck and then oh shit, he get a knockout. No, he created separation, showing you I'm a better fighter than you, and then I'm gonna knock you out. And he just got his ass up out of there. So I got faith in him. Look, I know he lost before, but so did Canelo. And like I said, for them last 36 rounds that I seen that man, I'm not overly impressed, and that do not make me feel like that's a guy that Jamel Charlo is at some crazy. The biggest disadvantage would be whatever weight they'd possibly fight at, in my opinion. But other than that, he good, bro. When we talking about skills and just talent level, man, come on, man. Hey, I'm good. Give me Jamel Charlo and Canelo. I'll take it.
Hey, Judge, I hate to interrupt you.
Broke ass PBC. Damn, when they gonna teach us how to be broke, man.
But I need somebody to smash that chitlin distributor. Don't know you ain't distributing no chitlins up in here. Somebody smash his ass. If I wasn't up here, you already know I've been smack this motherfucking ass.
I got it.
Ain't no chitlins distributing around this bitch. I don't eat that shit.
I got him.
Suck, motherfucker. My bad.
Nah, you good. I thought I seen him. I couldn't see his name pop back up, but when you said it, I seen him.
Yeah, you know that motherfucker name ain't gonna pop up. They're gonna dip in, say some shit, and know they gotta leave because they're finna get bopped anyway. Whole ass.
I was waiting for him. It's just weird. It's like the highlight of the day. Let me just come in here and get blocked real quick.
They just mad because America's starting to be more brown. Fuck them. We gonna keep knocking down you bitches as long as they keep swallowing.
Thriving right now, y'all. Again, man, it ain't just the PBC, but I'm just saying it is the PBC. But I'm just saying it's boxing still. But
now take that shit back to Rick Glaser. Feed them the chitlins, sucker.
Exactly, man. And see, Rick Glaser continues to run that mouth of his, and he gonna be wrong every time, and people gonna learn to not take his word for nothing.
Yeah,
but what it is, hatred, and rhetoric.
As long as male power still respectable when he go up, shit, it's rap for Canelo.
It ain't going nowhere.
It's over.
I feel you, Flaw. I don't feel like it's going nowhere because I feel like the boy already been fighting bigger cats. That's why Earl so dominant at his weight, because the boy used to fighting bigger cats.
Appreciate you, Johnny Q. But yeah, when they asking for it, y'all already know fire off on their asses.
Truly blessed. What's happening? What's happening, pimp?
Oh man, it's beautiful, and I just want to thank you guys, man, for hosting a beautiful boxing show. We can just talk boxing, not about nothing else but boxing.
You know it, bro. Appreciate you. How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm doing good. My man JusDue, and to the other host, what's the other host name, JusDue? Because you know
817, and I got my boy Flossie up here.
Hey, Flossie and 817. I just bumped into JusDue maybe probably a month ago. My wife turned me on to him, man, and I'm just gotta let you guys know I fell in love with his platform.
I appreciate you, bro.
You know, because
Justin's special, ain't he? He's special.
Yes, man. You know why? Because listen, I live here in Baltimore, home of Tank Davis, home of the Franchon Cruz, right? And got some platforms I could be listening to and be more, man, but they veer off, man, and go on to other things, lottery tickets and who bought. I was like, damn it, I don't want to hear this crap. Man. I want to talk about boxing, right?
Right.
So anyway, I'm just coming into the new news. So I'm seeing here you got on here Canelo and Charlo. So that's set now.
Yeah, it's a thing. We had somebody confirm it for us. So it's a thing.
Oh man, because I was hoping for Canelo and Tim Tszyu. So I'm sorry.
Charlo and Tim Tszyu. Right.
So them small fish, them small potatoes, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
We got the big taco. Goddamn.
People breaking the news, so you know they hit it. It's everywhere now. It's over with. It's over with. It's everywhere. Let's go, Mel.
Hold on. Can we talk about something else? Derrick James finna do the motherfucker this year. Boy, have an undisputed and the first 2-belt undisputed champion ever in the same year.
Yeah. Put some respect on it. Put some respect on it.
Hey man, 2023 is coming out like a banging, man.
Yeah, just to speak real quick on the people that don't get the point, the way I deliver content, I don't do it in effort to try to expose Terence Crawford. I just report what directly out of the horse's mouth. Shane Mosley said from what he heard, Terence Crawford was already hurt before by Errol Spence. That's what he heard. You could call him punch drunk. You could say he capping. Y'all could have all of that. I'm just reporting what he said. It ain't me making it up. This is why I first time it's directly out of these people's mouths, and y'all could digest it however you want, but don't make me out to be a capper. It's not to expose Terence Crawford. It's just information that I feel like people didn't hear. So I'm like, there you go. Y'all just don't know how to content nowadays. It's so sensitive. You take it personal. It's not that this nobody. I could look at just read the title. It's pretty straightforward. You get what I'm saying? I don't try to jazz it up and make it sound like something it's not. I just deliver it directly how it is. I give my assessment and we out. When people be Cap, he's punch drunk. Oh, why you make the video? Man, it's content, bro.
Didn't nobody say James Toney was punch drunk? Didn't nobody say James Toney was punch drunk? And we know his motherfucking ass debilitated. You know what I'm saying?
But Errol Spence says after several mouth surgeries and new teeth, now you want to call him punch drunk. But all I'm asking for, okay, cool. You want to have that. But I'll just ask you this. What evidence do you have to back that? Because when you're going to just say his speech, I'm going to say the surgeries and the new teeth sound like more of a problem than what you making up. You don't have no fights where he was getting his ass whooped. Like, this ain't a dude 60-something fights where he just done been through the ringer. Like, this ain't that guy. Now, I know he done had the car accident and stuff like that. But come on, man. What we talking about? Come on, man. Hey, what is this man showing you every time he get in that ring, man? Something special, man.
You guys hear about Lundy retiring last night?
Yeah, I seen the video. It was about time, though.
He needed to.
I thought he was done after Tito Mercado had knocked him out bad like that. And he got in there with Kurt Scooby. And Kurt Scooby.
Yeah, Pam was done 4 fights ago, bro. Real talk. 4, 5, 6 fights ago. I mean, sometimes you stay too long, you know what I'm saying? And you put a bad you put dust on the diamond. You feel what I'm saying? And you don't allow it to shine. He can be proud of what he did before all that bullshit.
But you do know why they stay long, right?
For the money. For the bag.
Yes, sir. Because you got
salute to my bro Undercard Boxing. How they gonna keep the mail off the pound for pound list after he smoke Canelo? Talk to him. We speaking that into existence, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
But a fighter like Hank Lundy shouldn't have been in that position. You feel what I'm saying? Like he needed to be better, and boxing needed to be better, right? That's the shit that Earl talked about.
Yeah, Rick, it's pinned, Rick. It's in the chat. It's pinned. It's in there.
That's the shit that Earl will be talking about. You know, a fighter staying on, taking punishment and shit just for some bags and shit. That shit should already been taken care of when Hank was at the top of his game.
I did catch, though. I'm glad you did say that. I did catch that he said, you know, something about his businesses real quick. He touched on real brief, like, so I'm guessing like he got his shit in order. It seemed like those last extra fights. I'm hoping based off that little snippet, and this is me thinking optimistically that was just him scratching his itch in terms of a fighter and not just so much for the bag. I hope, because he did mention something about business. So salute to Hank Lundy, because he got it right. He ain't duck nobody, man. He's a brave soul.
That's the one thing you can say about Hank. He fought everybody. Fuck it.
Facts. He did. He did, man. And that's what he said. He's like, yo, what else could I say, man? I fought them all. Like, I done fought the best. It is what it is, man. He was smiling, and that's important to him. You know what else I noticed? Speaking of,
he was happy.
He had all his faculties, and he speak very well. Smiling and everything, and he just fresh off 2 back-to-back knockouts, and that man was talking clean and smiling.
I see London training other boxers, man, because he got that gut for that. Because I just believe he just almost similar to, you know, those old boxers who like the young man said, he stayed too long, but he still got that still for boxing. So hopefully train.
Facts. And he's got a lot to contribute to the game. It will be wonderful to see him come back to the game as a trainer or whatever. And people will try to disparage him because he took some L's, but I'm telling you, the experience that man got in boxing will be wonderful for these young boxers to take a hold of and actually grow with. We need more guys like Hank in boxing. So salute to him for a wonderful career. I just really hate that he stayed so long and, like I said, put a little dust on the diamond, because on the cool, he shined no matter what.
Yeah, he was one of them guys one of the last guys that had some decent success on Bud before it went bad for him. He got it off. He took advantage of that Bud downloading data. But in that fight,
somebody else mentioned AB in the chat, and I would love, you know what? it would have been wonderful to see if AB career ended up like that, right? No alcohol. He took some losses or whatever. He was who he was. He was the problem. But now he moving on. You know what I'm saying? They got something else to move on to. That boy ain't got nothing else to move on to but a bottle and a bunch of regrets, y'all. And it's scary.
You know what, guys? What I watched. Maybe you guys can tell me the gentleman's name. He's a basketball player who have a show where he goes to each town and he interviewed Charlo.
Talking about Steven Jackson.
Right.
Yeah. Did you guys see the one what he did with Charlo region?
I caught it.
Fight Town.
It was dope.
So his so Charlo coach trainer, he once quit in boxing, but my point is this: he went into training. Now look at him now, top dog in training. So he's gonna have life after boxing. I'm hoping and wishing all of them well. I'm not gonna hold you guys, but hey, JusDueBoxing, man, you my dude, man.
You already know, bro. Appreciate you.
Spirit comes decently over your platform, and I'm just so glad my wife introduced me to you. And so thanks
to you and the wife, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, man. You guys have a blessed day, guys, fellas.
All right, bro.
All right, later.
The man is in the building, Big Rick.
Ricky, what's good, Brody?
Man, what's happening with y'all, bro? How my mic doing?
You good, Brody?
Hey, I just wanted to say, man, like y'all see how Scope stopped Hunkling Lundy last night, man. I'm telling you, he can beat Bud, bro. He gonna beat Bud even worse, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he beat Lundy. He beat Lundy way better and faster than Bud last night, man. Scope the truth, man. You might as well throw him in there with Bud right now. I'm telling you, he can beat Bud and Spence. He can be Bud and Spence in the same night. You know what I'm saying? That's how y'all be sounding, right? When y'all that's how y'all be sounding when y'all be talking about Bud beat Sean Porter, right? He was ready to retire, bro. He was ready to get up out of there. He told y'all.
They don't get it, Rick.
It's
calling
weird.
it an excuse. It's just a real factor, bro. It's a contributing factor. He was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That is just a fact.
Don't put that jacket on him, Rick. Don't put that jacket on him.
You know what I'm saying?
No, what I'm saying is this, right? The reason something happened ain't always an excuse, right? It's just the reason something happened, right? It ain't always an excuse. It's the reason it happened, right? And let me touch on this before I shut up, right? What I tell you 817 2 years ago, right? The PBC does correct business. Ain't this what I've been saying for the longest?
Absolutely.
And this is what I keep telling you, and this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. And again, boxing is life. I keep telling y'all that's the one thing Canelo said. That's 100% facts. It's 100% facts. What the PBC, what y'all don't want to pay attention to, right? The stuff the people that keep talking about Al Heyman this and these other corporations, right? That's in the sport, in control of the sport y'all love. You see how black people, Al Heyman, have to do business so straight and narrow and correct. Right? Because what happens is when you do correct business, people gotta come see you. They gotta come and see you. Right? You can go, y'all ever go buy a tool like from Harbor Freight when you should have just bought the shit from Sears?
Yep.
Right? You went and bought that $7 sander from Harbor Freight and you didn't spend money on 3 of them. When you should have just went and got the Ryobi joint, the Milwaukee joint. Right? People understand and see what good business is. And this is all these fighters have been doing. They know the smoke is over there, guys. They've been known. Right? But why go there and fight a challenge? Why go there and fight somebody you know that can give you an L when you can go make bags so many other places?
Facts.
This what y'all don't understand. What happened last winter, even though everybody got these different scenarios and how the suits didn't want it. Again, BLK Prime gave Crawford a place to run.
Period.
True indeed.
How many times I told y'all that? Period.
Let's keep it going, right? They gave him a place to run. Now, I want y'all to listen to ERROL Spence when he told y'all I had to give up what I had to give up to get this fight. Everybody, and look, and this is what I say to this is what I'm gonna say to the guys who's in the know, the guys who say they know what's going on in the background, right? Oh, they wanted to give Bud a buddy deal. They didn't want to pay him because Bud wasn't worth that.
Talk to him.
Because Bud wasn't worth that. Right? EJ had to come out and make concessions that his team that he pays says he shouldn't make. And y'all keep saying this man was ducking Bud, that he was avoiding Bud. Since when did the A side have to give up more than they were supposed to make a fight?
Say, man, where your soundboard? Did you
Man, I was just thinking that, man. Man, I was thinking it in my
headphones on fire, man.
God damn, man.
When?
Appreciate
it, y'all don't expect y'all never expect Canelo to give up no money to get a fight with nobody. Well, Charlo should just want to fight him, right? Right? Boo Boo they should be honored just to be in the ring with Canelo.
You know what I'm saying?
This man cooking.
Man, god damn.
And I'm gonna say this again to all the fans of boxing. This is not just Bud fans, this is not just ERROL fans. How is it that Errol Spence, a guy who y'all ready to give so many excuses, he's not the same since he had a car accident. He's punch drunk. He's talking different. His eyes fucked up. He's a drunk.
Yeah, talk to him.
He probably drinking right now. His nipples off. Listen to what I'm saying, right? He probably drinking right now. He ain't got no reason in it, but why Vegas got it at a 50-50 fight against the greatest fighter of this era?
Mr. Pound for Pound.
This is the question that can't nobody answer. He's the best. He's the creme de la creme. The Mayweather of this era. The Mayweather of this generation.
Renzo the GOAT.
He flew out of a car. His body isn't the same. Did you see what he did when Ugas caught him flush with no guard and hit him twice? Ooh, don't let, but Vegas still got it at a 50-50 fight. So who's convinced Vegas and the bookmakers and the guys who actually make money off these fights, right? Who laugh at you when you bet wrong and the casino take your money 9 out of 10, right? What? Who got them food? Is it Bud or is it EJ?
I think Vegas trying to set themselves up to try to recover from COVID. Fuck you mean?
Talk to him. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button.
That's the question.
Salute, baby.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. Just shout out to PBC. The fuck y'all mean? I don't care what y'all niggas saying. Oh, it don't matter what promotional company. Well, obviously it does matter.
Right. All facts.
Obviously it does matter what promotional company you're at.
Supercuts conversations.
Shit, every big fight going on, either on PBC or PBC fighters included.
Don't forget Scooter. Don't forget Scooter. We still got Scooter this year.
Y'all acting like me. Y'all talking
going
too
to
much.
Japan on y'all.
Y'all talking too much now.
Betting on itself.
Stop playing. I told y'all 3 years ago, like if Deontay Wilder hadn't got cheated out of the Fury fight, we'd have been here 2 years ago. We'd have been here 2 years ago because that means every heavyweight would have had to go through Wilder.
Facts.
But I'm gonna tell you, but Rick, the reason why is because it wasn't all us. That's why Al Heyman said he wouldn't let nobody else touch this fight because he been through that shit before. He been through that shit with Wilder, right? He had to do that shit with Fury, right? They had to put up with that shit. They had to fuck with that bullshit. Al told his motherfucking ass ain't nobody else touching this fight. Why? So they ain't have to deal with the bullshit. Woo! Rick, goddamn.
Hey, I got another question though. What PBC got going on to the point where Canelo not fighting on what it is, Mexican Independence Weekend? Now that might got something else for that spot.
Maybe Mexico ain't behind it like they say, he say he is.
Or like we've been hearing through the little whispers a little bit. Salute to my bro, truly blessed in that Cash App, man. Much love and appreciation.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
I thought they already got the MG. PBC got the MGM locked up already for the 16th.
For the 16th, right?
So I wonder what they got planned for the 16th.
And still TV, what's good, Brody?
I'm saying, man, I don't know if the aliens coming in 2024, they see the end of the world coming to them. They like, let's give it to them before something happens. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the craziest year in boxing in decades, bro.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
We not even to the winter schedule.
It's crazy right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. So all of that. Remember early in the year they was talking about PBC had released their schedule and they finna go broke. They changing their name and shit because they going broke. Bop. Boy. Boy, you know how much money they making?
Don't look like they going broke to me.
Don't look like they going broke to me. They fucked around and did a record gate with Ryan funky ass. They took Ryan from Golden Boy and did a record gate with his motherfucking ass. And then he turned around what? And wanted to leave they motherfucking ass.
But think about this shit though. By the end of the year, they gonna fuck around and have 3 fights that go over $1 million probably.
You goddamn right.
Tank, Ryan, Spence, Crawford, and Miller and Canelo could go over $1 million all in the same year.
Miller and Canelo gonna do stupid money because you got the difference in that in race. You feel me?
The Mexican and blacks. The Mexican
male personality gonna draw in 500,000 by itself.
Exactly. Right. And Canelo's too, because his little fire that he showed with Caleb Plant or whatever, you know, El Puro Mexican, we don't fuck around, you know. Shit.
Right. Salute to the Queen Show. Great build today, gentlemen. Excited for all these fights coming up. Me too, Queen. They gonna be this the best year, man. This is gonna be the best.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
AB looking in on the outside, crying right now.
God damn, bro.
Man.
That's why that nigga was crying. Al, come back. Al, bro.
Talk about fumbling in the bag,
bro.
That little bit of shit Don gave him had him drinking on a bottle on somebody's podcast. You hear me? He done ran through that already.
Shit, I seen some early when I was doing my little research about Joe Smith wanting to fight Benavidez. If he willing to move up.
I heard Berlanga and Benavidez has been ordered by the WBC.
Yeah, it has.
I heard it before we come down the pipe.
Hey, but when I posted, they said I was lying though.
Right.
Fuck you think that might be the fight that they have for the 16th? Or they might do that in October.
I think.
Look, I just want to be honest, right? The truth is that I wanted the Morel. My bad. It said I wanted the Morel versus. I really wanted Morel versus David. The Davis versus Davis. That shit would have been hot. You know what I'm saying? That's a boxing fans fight. But I think the Berlanga fight makes sense. It makes sense, right? That way we get another. That way PBC. I ain't gonna say we because I ain't no buff, man. That way the PBC can get another piece off that chessboard. You know what I'm saying? It looked to me personally. It looked like I said, they are looking. PBC is looking to corner the market in boxing.
They wiping Top Rank out.
Right. They is looking to get all the belts, all the champions. They trying to get everybody that's a name to fuck with PBC. Right. And I'm telling y'all this right now. Y'all don't remember. Y'all heard it here first. Ryan Garcia is going to be the death of Golden Boy.
Boy,
right?
Yep. See, he might always say he honorary PBC already. As soon as he get through this legal shit, watch.
If he go there, man, talk about crumbling.
He seen that back end money, but hold on, what the fuck you been doing over here?
You just touched on it, Flosser, and Rick touched on it too. It's like you said, when you come over here and do business, excuse me, like Canelo came over here and did business the first time, that money was good. That dancing money didn't ride. And they told his motherfucking ass, say, bro, we not getting enough money to keep paying you like this. You're gonna have to fight somebody. Well, that ain't what you told me in the beginning. Fuck y'all. Now, like Rick said, when you do get business, motherfucker gotta come to you, bro.
They're gonna have that shit locked. They're gonna have that shit locked up. Hey, this might be some crazy shit too, and y'all might think I'm bugging for saying this. I wouldn't be surprised if Benavidez went up.
I'll take it whenever I could get it. Trust me.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
You won't be surprised what, Flossie?
If Al ain't trying to get Benavidez to go up to snatch one of them belts at 75 so they can get 75 on lock too.
That's what I'm saying. Definitely.
They ain't got nobody at 75 really at all.
In the zone, right. Because they out here fumbling, Keys. Facts though, Keys. They out here fumbling. That, like, again, you just can't convince me that leaving Ryan hanging in the biggest fight of his life was acceptable. And I don't care what excuse you're trying to use. And I see a pattern. And I'm going to say this again, the same way he sat up there and built Canelo up and beat it in his head that he could beat Floyd. Did y'all keep in mind, did y'all notice that he was in rehab and couldn't even attend his biggest fight of his life? And then you see how him and Canelo turned out. You fast forward, he get a young fighter like Ryan Garcia, who definitely needed your support at the bare minimum. And you built him up to make him think he could beat Tank. And in the biggest fight of his life, he wasn't there in the aftermath and just left him hanging. I see a pattern, man. You left that man hanging. He should leave. That'd be the smartest move for him. Derek fighting Tank Davis was smart move number one, in my opinion. Then you getting rid of Joe Goosen, number two. Leaving Golden Boy would be like a trifecta. Going to Derek James, another good move. Finish being smart, Ryan, and separate yourself from them dudes. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You already got a trainer that's the real deal. If you just think about the success that Derek James is having, and you really listen to that man and do what he needs you to do, at the very least, you will be an improved fighter. The very least, you will be an improved fighter. So, man, he in a position to really do something, and I hope he do it, man. I hope he understand that the ball really is in his court. He really could take his career by the horns, man. You did it. The first step, you fought Tank Davis by yourself. Let's be clear. You ain't have no fucking trainer, and you damn sure ain't have no moral support with nobody that was telling you you could beat them there for you outside of your fucking parents. And that's wild. Joe Goosen should be ashamed of himself. All he cared about was being seen. And I think he just took advantage of the moment that presented itself with being part of a big ass fight. Because other than that, where was Joe Goosen at? That's crazy. To send a man in there talking about you collab with him and he had his own game plan. You got to be kidding me, bro. I ain't got to be no boxer or trainer to know that sounds foul, bro. That's crazy. Oscar De La Hoya nowhere to be found. Him and Bernard Hopkins probably behind the scenes beefing. Like, man, all types of wildness, man. That's wild,
they ain't
bro.
Beefing. They together on that. They together on the fuckery. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? They fucked over Speedy in the same way. They fucked over Earl and them in the same way. They fucked over the Charlos and them in the same way. Remember, they had all this talent. You know what I'm saying? So, again, say what don't come out, man. My granny God rest her soul. What don't come out in the wash, come out in the rinse. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. At the end of the day, you can run. You can only run for so long. You can only run for so long.
True indeed. True indeed. Salute to Ant, man. Appreciate you in that super chat, and appreciate you answering the question. He said the UFC is on September 16th, so they moved them back. UFC doing a card with Mexican champs in Mexico.
Ain't that some shit? Now listen, ESPN supposed to be the platform and shit, right? They supposed to be the platform and the guys and shit, right?
Right.
But you see, like they don't have no space for boxing, right? They don't have no space for it. They will throw boxing to the curb in a minute, because you would think Charlo and Canelo would be a big enough fight for them to try to battle or do anything to have on their motherfucking network, but they would really have to have their feet in boxing to even be considered in that shit. They in UFC. So with saying that should tell y'all, when goddamn me Fat Boy, Dan Raphael, and goddamn me what's the other retard that be writing the articles? I don't even remember his fucking name. Oh yeah, Cappinger. And all them motherfuckers, Max on boxing and shit. Quit watching that shit.
Max says they got fired.
Like I said, quit watching that shit. When they got ready to do their budgets, they seen what boxing was doing and the people around it, and they scooting their ass out. The only reason Tim dickhead ass is still there is because he's still kissing ass enough, and they got to have somebody to handle a little bit of boxing they got. But like Rick said, if them young cats that just signed, if they fulfill their shit and walk off, where Top Rank gonna be, y'all?
Right.
Yeah, in the dirt, you can't go to war with a pistol, and this nigga got a missile.
The same place Bud Crawford about to view the 29th.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Man, hell, I know them niggas over there so tender.
Salute to Ant. Appreciate.
Didn't they forget? Say y'all, listen.
Bro, that nigga called me this morning, gang.
We found out about we knew about Earl Spence. You know, I knew about Earl Spence because he's from my city. You feel what I'm saying? But let's talk about when the world really got a taste of him, right? That was when he fought after the Olympics, right? They got that taste. And then what was the point of validation, right? When Floyd came out of jail, signed his 6-fight deal, and was sparring, they called Earl down there, right? He made such a motherfucking impression. Didn't nobody come out and say shit about that sparring, but who? The great himself, Floyd Mayweather. He wrapped his arms around that young man, said he gave him some great work, and he next, right? He told everybody right then. I ain't never really hear him antiquate that about anybody else he shared any time with. That nigga make fun of people he spar. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't never, ever went full out disrespect on Earl Spence in regards to that sparring session. And everybody that was there,
he in fact started doubling down and vouching for him extra heavy about being next up.
So much so he used him as a shield to protect him from Thurman.
Yo, yeah, I was about to say, remember that he was literally, essentially sicking Earl on Thurman.
So what kills me about these cats always want to compare Lil Renzo to Floyd.
Yeah, he got fired, 10K.
That nigga ain't shared no ring with him, and he shared the ring with him, and that's the only nigga. That's the only nigga he done ever been in a boxing ring with that you don't hear him talk fucked up about in some kind of way.
Talk to him, and that tells me something. That tells me something right there, man.
But them receipts nobody want to read. You know
then the way he started vouching for him, man, after the fact, that told me everything I need to know, bro.
Thurman was hot. Man, Thurman was hot on Floyd heels, bro. And Floyd was gonna have to see that nigga. And Floyd said, "Well, I'll give you a chance to fight me. All you gotta do is beat Earl Spence."
Right. Damn, Ant said he's the face of boxing. Why they gotta push him back? They don't want to compete. The UFC on the same day. Appreciate the love, family. Yeah, that's a good question, man. And I do notice you said the Mexican card. I wonder if that got something to do with it too. And like I said, if that support for him is really what it once used to be, or what they is telling us it is.
And we ain't never got a box again. Whoa. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get out the way, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me come up and cook. Boy, we had breaking news. I'm glad I was on today. We had breaking news come across this motherfucker. Big Rick came in this motherfucker and cooked.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, bros, man.
Part of history. I appreciate it, man. Salute to you, Just. Salute to you, Miss Just. When we gonna see Keyshawn John the party? When Tupac gonna put something out?
Tupac fight the 22nd, I think. So I think he got one coming up. Salute to Ant, man. Appreciate the love, family. Salute to you. Man, you don't want to talk about Chop either. Big B Love, what's good with it, fam? Yeah, we don't know yet. I don't know the details on it yet, but you say you think 68, but it's gonna be interesting to see exactly what weight they do decide to do this at. And Thomas, salute, fam. And in other news, you know, y'all boy Ninja Turtle Bradley got called out by Jared Anderson for being a bad commentator. Somebody finally, you know, had to call it out. And I think it's good stuff. I'm glad to hear it. But we're gonna talk about something else too, because it ain't over. We ain't done cooking just yet, y'all. Salute to my bro 817 Ricky Williams and my bro Flossie coming up here cooking. My bro Big Dog Willie as well. Salute to everybody in the chat. Y'all smash that like button, man. Sub to the channel if you haven't. We ain't done just yet on this Good Friday. We got something else. So yeah, Ninja Turtle Bradley got called out, and it was good, man. Salute to Jared Anderson. He is fighting tomorrow, and he's fighting Charles Martin, man. I think he's gonna go out there and shine and do his thing, man. And I can't wait
Prince,
to
how's
see
it
it,
going?
man.
All good, all good.
Wait to see it, man.
Doing great.
We will be live for the fights as well, man. We will be live for the fights. We will be live. Salute to everybody in the building. Check my channel. Yeah, check out the Brody Undercard Boxing if y'all haven't. For all the fight card updates, all the small cards, the cards that go over people's heads, bro, be on them, man. Salute to my bro, Black Grass Podcast. How you feeling, Brody? Appreciate you pulling up. Yes, sir, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. We gonna keep rocking, man. We got this. We're gonna talk about this J Prince interview that he did with Fight Hype earlier. About to hit the link since people want to talk about Keyshawn. Big baby a real one for that. Facts, bro. Facts. I got the clip if anybody needed to hear it because he definitely did call it out. Big baby a real one for sure. Big B-Lo, salute to you, bro. I like it. I like it. And it was honest. It wasn't disrespectful. He didn't do it in a disrespectful sense. Yeah. 10K. Tucker on there too. Tucker there. Slow motion better than no motion. King. Appreciate you, family. I said too when you in Blues Eye last night when they're talking about what? Oh, no. I need to hear that. Oh, yeah. So let's play this, y'all. Salute to the fan. Y'all smash that like button.
Strong it off. FightHype.com. I'm here with the mogul, the legendary himself. J Prince, how's it going?
All good. How y'all doing?
Doing great. I'm excited to see the amazing group of fighters here in Toledo, Ohio. I know you work with a bunch of them. What can the fans expect with the crop of fighters that you've been working with on this fight?
Oh man, exciting fireworks.
Yeah,
I only work with the elite. Tucker, Jihad Tucker is fighting on this card. You got Abdullah Mason, and then the main event, Jared Big Baby Anderson.
When it comes to the talent that you work with, you saw the war documentary, you're in there recently, and it's just you're always kind of like you can find the next prodigy. You can always find that next guy. You worked with them all. So what is it with you that able to separate yourself from consistently, not just a fluke here, but consistently getting the next great ones?
Well, I know what I'm doing. And fighters that I represent
know what I'm doing.
Recognize that I know what I'm doing. I'm a manager that has to be separated from all the others, first of all, because I'm from where they from. You know what I mean? And they're able to identify with me, I'm able to identify with them. And then, I'm a successful person with a track record of 30 plus years, and all that helps, because it's important for a fighter to not only be successful in the ring, but outside of the ring as well.
With the constant great guys that you've been working with, one of the great guys, Shakur Stevenson, a lot of the fans wants to see the Shakur and Devin fight, and there's been, stories of just inconsistency, so I wanted to come directly to the source to kind of just get whatever, is it true that you guys are actually pursuing, you want the Devin HANEY fight, and there's nothing holding back from it?
Oh yeah, no question mark. We want that fight. You know what I mean? And we are available, we ready, we waiting. And the only way that fight don't happen is they don't want it. And when a person don't want to fight, it's a lot of ways of saying they don't want it. One of the best ways is they overbid themselves. So we just know we ready and waiting.
I know that they made a comment recently saying that they went and saw Bob Aaron. I know that Bill has mentioned that, hey, before in the past, we can skip the line, we can bring J Prince, I could be there, bring Bob. Have you guys had any conversations, at any point to even try to make it happen, or it's just...
that's private, but the most important thing is we ready. You know what I mean? Shakur definitely want a piece of his ass. You know what I mean? I think the fans want to witness the fight because I think it'll be a good one. So it ain't on us. We ready.
And my final two questions. Just by any chance that the division does become vacant, there's many options for Shakur. Would Lomachenko probably be the leading option for the division, or would Tank, or it's just not sure at the moment?
Well, one thing about Shakur, he ain't ducking nobody. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of having a fighter like him. If Lomachenko wanted, he could get it. So whoever fall in that slot, we're gonna embrace it.
And my last question, I know you're the ping pong legend. I got to witness, your great skill up close, at the gym. And man, you make Terence Crawford sweat. You're the cool, calm one. You don't have any wet spots on your body. But obviously, Terence is going to be in his biggest fight outside of the ping pong with you.
Oh man, that's pretty much what I wanted to get from that. So that was brief, that was light, and I'm glad he ain't make too much out of it. It's just more of what we know, more confirmation of what we know. At least what I feel like Shakur is willing to fight whoever when the opportunity truly presents itself. That conversation, I'm glad it wasn't about ducking this and that. He just letting it be known, look, we ready on our end. The only way it don't happen if they don't want to fight, because on our end, we want to fight. But again, I'm going to be clear. If that man goes up to 140, I'm not going to look at it just simply because he didn't want to fight. I'm going to look at it because that's what his body is telling him to do. And I've been saying this numerous times, like the only way I could expect that fight now or at the 135 is if he's staying there. Then I could expect that. But if he's not staying there, I can't expect it. And I'm not going to knock him for not staying there. So I'm more so like I'm so much of a supporter of the sport. Like I'm a rock with whatever it is that he do, because I rock with him. So if he stays put and gives me a great fight with my favorite fighter in boxing, then that's icing on the cake for me. That Christmas came early type deal, right? But if he goes up to 140, where his body is obviously telling him to go and go get some smoke up there, I ain't got no issue with that. I'm just a different dude, and I'm a rock with him with whatever he do. So salute to Devin Haney and salute to Jay Prince and Shakur Stevenson. Hopefully, his promotional company or his guy that's promoting him and Bob Arum don't get in the way of that man being great, because that just would be that would be bad. It would be bad news for me and for boxing. You know what I'm saying? He said Keyshawn. Yeah, he's a fool. Well, a fool, man. Yes, sir. Alicia Baumgartner, man. You know it. When is Andy Cruz debut? Is it the 8th or the 15th? Do we fight the 15th? Is he on Boots' card? He might be on Boots' card, 10K. So is that the 8th? Might be the 8th. Matter of fact, let me get you that information for sure. I ain't gonna even guess 10K. That's what I'm here for, my boy. I got you. Oh, the 15th. Yeah, it's the 15th. He fight the 15th. 10K. Andy Cruz pro debut is the 15th. I mean, look, you know how I look at this black grass, man. Look, I'm just a guy that if that's what you say, like I say, all right, cool. But I also got another way of looking at it too, and I'm always logical, right? You could say that, right? But why should you have to push to be a mandatory if somebody want to fight you? If somebody want to fight you, all it should take is for y'all two teams to negotiate something and make it happen. And then in that equation with Shakur and Devin Haney, being that, Shakur Stevenson don't have the leverage like a Tank Davis, he wouldn't be considered the A side in that equation. It would be Devin Haney, right? So the same way people are saying Tank Davis as the A side, even from jail, should be sending Devin Haney a contract, with Devin Haney being the A side in that equation with Shakur Stevenson, simply because he don't have the belts nor the leverage, the drawing power like Tank to be the A side in that equation. It would be Devin Haney. Why can't he send a contract the same way they asking Tank to send Devin one, even from jail? And that's just me with logic, right? Because I hear what you're saying. That's true, right? He ain't pushing it, but my thing is, pushing it is like forcing an issue. Why should you have to force an issue when two guys want to fight each other? If two people truly want to fight each other, they're going to make the fight happen. Nobody's going to have to force it to make it happen. You get what I'm saying? In my eyes, you get what I'm saying? Like Terence Crawford, prime example, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence ain't get made because somebody had to force it, right? Even though it was like pulling teeth to get it, right? But I don't think at the end of the day, nobody had to force it to be made. So I truly think that Devin Haney plans is at 140, and I just don't think the time is for this fight right now. So Devin Haney is damn sure not no duck to me. I'm not gonna call him that. Shakur Stevenson is just letting you know as a young fighter, look, if he stay here, I'm willing to fight him. All politics aside, and that's all I keep hearing. That's like the politics side of it. Like he's not pushing to be the man. I get it. I respect it. I have no pushback. I'm just a give and take type of person. I hear you out and it's all good. That's true, right? But again, I'm just using logic. When two people want to fight, nobody has to force nothing, petition to be mandatory or nothing. You get what I'm saying? Because remember, they moved him out the way for Loma. But I understand it was a time frame in which he could have pursued him. I guess that's what people saying before they moved him out the way and moved Loma where he belongs. So at the end of the day, for me, I hear you, but I'm always going to be logical. That's one avenue, him petitioning to be the mandatory because they moved him out of the way for Loma, right? That's one avenue, right? But I truly believe, and just tell me if I sound crazy, when two people want to fight, they'll get on the phone with each other's team and they'll negotiate and make a fight happen. Devin Haney is the undisputed champion, which would make him the A side in the equation. He can't send a contract to Shakur Stevenson because Shakur Stevenson has been very adamant about wanting to fight him. And the leg that people have to stand on is the politics side of it. The politics side. The man has done everything that Devin Haney does to get the fight with Loma, right? He did the same thing. Shakur Stevenson is literally giving Devin Haney the same energy that Devin Haney gave Lomachenko, and fans have a problem with it. You get what I'm saying? So I truly understand people saying that he ain't petitioning to become the mandatory. I understand that. I have no pushback. You get what I'm saying? I just know that's one avenue of it, right? But the other side of it is him being the A side, and if he really want to fight, why he ain't saying yeah as well. And if we being honest, if we just being honest, and let's just we being real, because that's all we are over here. Is Devin Haney exploring? Is he exhibiting any energy that would make you think that he want to fight Shakur Stevenson since fighting Lomachenko? From that point on, has he showed you one thing or said one thing that has made you think that he want to fight Shakur Stevenson like Shakur want to fight him? If we being honest, and you know why? I don't think it's because he's scared of him. Because I'm a realist. JusDueBoxing ain't no hater of Devin Haney. I think that's not in his plans. Shakur is only calling him out because he's there right now with all the belts. So, and that's going to make me segue into my next. That's going to make me segue into my next point that I was making, right? To show you that Shakur Stevenson is just doing what he's supposed to be doing, right? It's straight from the horse's mouth. So I'm going to play something that Devin Haney said, because he also has something to say about, you know, Floyd Mayweather. And he said Floyd Mayweather messed up the sport of boxing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to pull that up, but I'm going to show you. And I'm just having a real conversation. Like, just tell me if I'm off with anything I'm saying. See, the difference between me and people, I ain't going to tell you wrong when you make a good point. So if you say he's not petitioning to be the mandatory, why he ain't pushing that, I'm going to tell you I don't have the answer to that, right? He's just not doing that, right? I'm going to accept that as an answer, but I'm going to tell you that's just one way. But why does he have to petition when two people want to fight each other? That doesn't have to happen. They can cut all that out and get on the phone and talk to each other. Didn't Shakur Stevenson say, hey, to Bill Haney, hey, won't we all go to Bob Arum and sit down and have a conversation? And did that ever take place? People said that was stupid when Shakur Stevenson suggested that they all go sit down with the one man that could really make the fight happen. They told him that was stupid. That sound like business to me. That sound like cutting through all the smoke and mirrors and getting right to it. But then people said it was dumb and they never explored that option. So I'm a fair dude. But I don't think, again, the average person might try to make it seem like it's because Devin Haney is less than or he's a duck. I'm not going that route. I just don't think Shakur is in his future, in his immediate future. And he said it out his own mouth. He's not in a rush to fight Shakur Stevenson. You can't find the tape nowhere where Shakur Stevenson has said he's not in a rush to fight Devin Haney. You've never heard him say it. So again, when you line that up, when you look at that interview, and this is not making Devin Haney look like no sucker. He's keeping it consistent. He said in that interview, Shakur is his friend. They talk all the time. He said he's not ducking or dodging nobody. He said that's just somebody that he's not in a rush to fight. So what has he shown me since then? He hasn't shown me no energy that would tell me that he actually wants to fight Shakur Stevenson at all. It's his fans making the argument that he'll fight him. But he ain't said it one time out his mouth, and he's been called out several times, and nobody is treating that like as it should be. Nobody's calling that out. If that was Shakur Stevenson getting pressed like that, everybody be calling him a sucker. But because Just Do is a real one, I ain't gonna call a man a sucker. I'm gonna just say Shakur Stevenson is not in his plan. So in my mind, I just don't feel like he's giving him that energy because he ain't fighting him. It's that simple, right? Because I'm a realist. I ain't trying to take no credit away from Devin Haney, but people got to stop trying to make it seem like Shakur Stevenson don't want to fight him when in fact he's doing the same thing to Devin Haney that Devin Haney did to Lomachenko when he want to fight him. Started by calling him out. Then he got in the ring with him. Literally, he called him, checked him on Twitter, sent him some bottle service that I thought was creative and is good entertainment, but nothing ever came of that. He said, he tweeted, yo, hit Jay Prince up and all this, y'all clowns and this. He said something along them lines, and then Jay Prince responded directly. Do you know what he did? He deleted his tweet. And I'm using all the facts. He deleted his tweet. I'm not saying nothing negative, nothing wrong about the dude because I rock with him, and I'm going to keep rocking with him. He's a real one, but so is Shakur. And he's showing every energy that a fighter should show that he want to fight him. The only leg that people are standing on is a technicality with him not petitioning to be mandatory. So if he don't do that, then that means he don't want the fight. If he don't go about it that way, then that means he don't want it. It's more than one way to skin a cat. And again, just tell me if this is not logical, y'all. When two people want to fight, they get on the phones with the teams and they make it happen, bro. They don't have to petition. You don't have to force the issue, because forcing it would mean somebody don't want to fight it, right? Somebody don't want to fight, right? Why should he have to force the issue? It's either you want to fight or you don't. You get what I'm saying? And I get it. If it's not in your plans at 140, which I don't think it is, then he'll see you maybe at the next weight class, and it's all good. And salute to Devin Haney because he's still a bad effort. You know what I'm saying? He's still a bad man, and he's gonna continue to be one. You know what I'm saying? I think some of his toughest fights are gonna be at 140 for sure, but I think he's still gonna be all right. You get what I'm saying? Right? He said he's not on my to-do list, and I'm gonna play this other and I'm just keeping it real. He shows zero interest. I promise you, I know this with 100% certainty. If Shakur Stevenson was showing that same exact energy to somebody pressing his line like that, they will be calling him a sucker and a duck. They already calling him a sucker and a duck for doing the same thing that Devin Haney has done to multiple fighters, which is call him out. That's what he's supposed to do. And I'm going to let you hear it right out of Devin Haney's mouth how you know he's supposed to be doing it. You get what I'm saying? So I like both of them fighters. They real dudes. I just don't think the business of boxing is presenting that fight for us. I don't think neither dude is a sucker. I don't think neither dude won't fight each other. I just don't think it's in Dev Haney plans right now to stay at 35. And maybe for Tank. Justin, salute, fan. Appreciate you pulling up. Maybe he stay for Tank. Get what I'm saying? We're dedicated. Facts, B-dog. Facts. And I'm a rebuttal it. It's not to... Even me playing this clip is not to make Devin Haney look crazy. It's just something that caught my attention that I wanted to talk about. But he said something after he mentioned the Floyd situation that made me play it. Freddie Montana, salute family. Yeah, man, I think Shakur is a generational talent, man. And I just like both of these guys. Like, I know real fighters when I see them, and I give both of them dudes credit for being both fighters, but real fighters. But I just don't think the business of boxing is presenting that fight. You get what I'm saying? He's only staying at, and and again, if he do, bro, then that's cool for me. Because again, that's why that's the only reason Shakur is asking to fight him, because he's there. The all roads lead through him. He should be calling for the top smoke. And even Devin Haney said that. You get what I'm saying? He said he should. Wait, I'm gonna play this little clip and let y'all hear. But salute to them dudes, man. They both some bad boys, man. I just think that young boy from Newark, New Jersey is a bad boy, man. And I can't wait to see that fight eventually. Y'all know me. I'm a fair dude. I call it straight down the middle. I don't hate. I don't take no credit from nobody. Devin Haney is if y'all say he's who he is, then he is, right? He showed me he a hell of a fighter, and that's what I'm gonna treat him as. You get what I'm saying? So we gonna see this fight eventually, though, man. At some point, the fight gonna happen. But let's listen to this clip, man. Y'all listen to this little clip with Dev Haney.
Now you and Lomachenko, what do you think boxing can do better to make sure that fighters of your caliber get the type of matchup?
Smash that like button for you, bro, man. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Salute to my bro Ant back in that super chat, man. Much love and appreciation, homie. Appreciate that support, family. I gotta wrench you up, man. Give me a second. I think they building up the fight in the future. Yeah, me too. Fans be wanting ASAP is business. They want to milk the money. The most money out of these fights. I think so too. I think and again, I think fans be against the build-up part of it too, the entertainment that comes with showing interest in the fight. You get what I'm saying? And like, there's nothing wrong with them going back and forth. Why? With each other? Because I feel like Shakur call-outs are of substance because he's a quality fighter. And that's all he's shown you with the 20 fights that he's had in boxing. He's shown you to be a quality fighter. You get what I'm saying? Since his Olympic days, quality fighter. So I believe his call-outs are of some substance for that reason. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, some people call him a clout chaser just for wanting to fight another good fighter. No, that should be respect. He wants something he got. He know that dude is a worthy adversary, as they call it. So that's why he want to fight him. Why do people make it a negative thing with him wanting to call him out? But listen to what DEVIN HANEY feels about Shakur Stevenson calling him out right from the horse's mouth. So that, it goes to show you that the fans are more mad at Shakur calling him out than DEVIN HANEY is. He respected because he said this is part of the game. Wait, I'm gonna play this clip, man. I'm gonna get right to it. Salute to Ant.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
I'm just a fair dude when it comes to this situation. Like, I don't do content that tries to make DEVIN HANEY look like a fighter that he is not. That dude is 30-0, 24 years old, undisputed and undefeated for a reason. He's a hell of a fighter, very disciplined, a gym rat. Like, it's not much. Like, again, you can look at a personality of a fighter and probably pick and poke at that, but when it comes to DEVIN HANEY, I make sure it's never personal. I strictly look at him, the fighter, how he trains, he stay in the gym, how he applies himself in the ring. You get what I'm saying? He gonna get in there and he gonna fight, right? He gonna do what he do. It's nothing not to respect about that. So that's where I leave it at. But the fans notice, if y'all paying attention, and remember I said this, the fans that be making the call out between them two like a personal thing. Bro, it's boxing. It's not personal. He's not trying to one up him in life. I say this all the time, but people are trying to make this a personal thing. This is not personal. This is competition, bro. But people like, clout chaser. Nah, he should want to fight the top fighter, bro. That's what he came to 135 to do. He said it. He told you. He said what he was going to do, and he got there, got his fight, and look, he called right for the smoke. And all of a sudden, it's a negative thing. That's what boxing is, bro. Even if they don't get the fight right now, you at least know we got this to stand on. We seen that they show interest, that they want to fight each other. And when that opportunity presents itself for real, when the business of boxing, politics aside, and all that shit move out the way, and you allow them young men to sit down and make a fight with each other, then they going to do it. I believe in both of them. They going to do it. But I just hate this whole, Shakur don't want no smoke with him. I mean, I just don't believe that. I believe it just ain't time, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And I could wait. I'll be patient. You know what I mean? But let me play this clip, y'all.
They settle that score. Now you and Lomachenko, what do you think boxing can do better to make sure that fighters of your caliber get the type of matchups that make y'all stars? Because, you know, you're a historian of the game. Mm-hmm. The reason boxing was big is because we saw Hearns and Hagler. Yeah. We saw Hagler and Leonard. You saw Leonard and Roberto Duran. What do you think boxing needs to change to make sure that happens?
Fighters got to want it at the end of the day. We the bosses, we just...
Now, just to stop him real quick, fighters got to want it. Did you see? Right from the horse's mouth. Fighters got to want it. He ain't talking politics and petitioning to be mandatories and none of that. Straight out the horse's mouth. Fighters got to want it.
We just don't know it, or we don't even push for it. But
they don't even know it. They don't push for it.
If a fighter really wants to make the fight happen, then they'll press to make it happen. But
you hear him?
Will just use
Do you hear him? Do you hear what he's saying? Right from the guy's mouth.
Excuse of their promoter or network or something like that. And sometimes it's true. I'm not saying that it's always the case, but for the most part, we need to try to control our own destiny, try to control our own careers. You know what I'm saying? We're not
appreciate this, DEVIN HANEY, straight from his mouth, bro.
Or
spoken like a real one.
Like that. Like we have to say, we just don't, express it enough.
But isn't your thought process with being respected by a bunch of 40-year-olds? Isn't that old school?
What?
That fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. Like people are strategizing their careers, and you seem like you old school. Walking out here, I'm gonna knock his ass out.
Yeah, no, for sure. Now,
right, Justin, this year been a great one, bro.
I'm definitely a throwback fighter when it comes to that. Not many fighters do that, but not many fighters want to fight. Each other. They want to try to get most money for the least tests or the easiest fights possible. And not all fighters. I'm not here to bash fighters, nothing like that. Because there's some fighters out there that when I want to fight the best and want to test themselves and are fighting the best.
Facts, Canelo, that's why I play this.
Guys like that are doing it, but it's just some fighters who don't.
Is it smart to not play the dance around, strategically find fights?
I mean, it depends how you look at it. Because we could change the whole dynamic of boxing and make it like the UFC. Those guys fight each other, lose, fight again, still equally as big, may even be bigger after a loss. Look at Israel Adesanya. He lost and then came back, won, and now he even bigger than he was before.
Facts.
But just because he lost and then he came back and proved himself. So we can change the whole dynamic of it, but we're not, Floyd kind of like, of course, Floyd made the boxing bigger and everything, but he kind of messed up the game with the undefeated record, and undefeated is everything. So guys don't want to fight each other. They want to keep the open. I'm
going to just pause that right there because I had a rebuttal for that. And this is, again, this is not for people that just had that short, that, and I doubt if it's anybody like that in here, but for people that, just so everybody know, when I rebuttal this is not an attack against Devin Haney. He just had a thought, and I just had something to say about it. And I know it's nothing personal that he said. He just had a thought. He like, yo, Floyd kind of messed the game up with the undefeated, making the O mean everything. And I don't disagree with nobody. I just have a different train of thought with that, right? Kirk Douglas, salute family. How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. I feel like Floyd get too much blame for doing what was best for him. If we're being completely honest, if we're just being honest, Floyd did what was best for his career. It started out rough for him. If people know the history, which most people do, he had to get himself out of BS contract. Remember, he was the B side for a long time. Remember, he had to beat De La Hoya, and then everything changed, and he rebranded himself to Money Mayweather, and then he strategically made a lot more business moves. His fights then became a lot more selective, and they were business oriented. It was with business in mind heavily. Don't get it wrong, but I still think he took meaningful challenges that made sense at the time. But what people it's like they seem to forget that although he did pick his fights at the that second part of his career or that back half of his career, whatever you want to call it, he still had a pretty boy Floyd Mayweather phase where he was he went through the ringer. He took several challenges. So this whole notion that he kind of messed up. No, people are just choosing to look at his career and pick the parts of it out that they feel that that makes sense to them, like that it's going to make them successful. So they look at a Floyd and they say, he protected his O, and he made sure he got the most money. But y'all not paying attention. He didn't start off in a position to do that. He worked himself into that position. You get what I'm saying? So again, to say that everybody is trying to do what Floyd doing, no, they're doing it the wrong way. And that's why you ain't seen it work yet. Floyd only did what he was supposed to do for his career. He did what was best for him. And the fact that everybody is trying to do what Floyd did it's why they're going to continue to hit their head on the wall every single time. Because what worked for Floyd is not going to work for another single fighter. I don't care how they try to duplicate it. He's a one-on-one fighter. Find your own way to get to the bag. Then again, if you're going to follow the blueprint for real. Don't just look at, the undefeated record or he got a lot of money. Pay attention to how he worked himself in position to be able to do that and understand that he went through his level of hell as well. And he wasn't getting paid. He was the B-side for a long time in his career. It's like people forget that. People seem to forget that. So again, I don't knock nobody for trying to emulate some of the things that Floyd Mayweather did that they felt like is the reason he was successful or what got him the bag. But make sure you're trying to take the right things out, bro. Pay attention to the entirety of his career. Don't look at the one part of his career where everything looked like it was going well for him, bro. You got to look at what he been through. It wasn't all just picking my fights the whole career. No, man. He fought a lot of guys coming up where people was thinking they'd beat him and he shouldn't have fought him. He had several good signature wins before he rebranded himself to Money Mayweather. And when people say that, it kind of makes me think that that's the Floyd that they seen. They seen the pretty boy Floyd. They didn't see they ain't see the pretty boy Floyd. They seen Money Mayweather. That's what y'all watch because that's what y'all focus on. But again, it's never gonna work unless you really willing to put in that groundwork that pretty boy Floyd laid before he was able to rebrand himself to Money Mayweather and become the villain. Again, he was a special attraction, bro. He literally had people showing up every fight because they wanted to see him lose. It's different. So again, he had a different impact on the sport. And again, the average guy is not going to have that impact simply because they're just not as gifted as he is. He's God gifted. And again, if you're going to try to emulate what Floyd did, just make sure you paying attention to the right stuff that Floyd did and not just picking out the glamour and glitz of his career and really looking at his career and seeing what the man went through, man. He built himself up. Dame, salute, fam. How you feeling? Kyle Sports, what's good with it? Yeah, they could do without their belts. I don't mind the 1 belt per sanctioning body, bro. Like, the 4 belt era. I don't mind just those, but all the secondary titles, that stuff get confusing. I don't mind the 1 belt per sanctioning body, me personally. Kurt, my bro, how you feeling, man? Appreciate you pulling up. But that's all I had to say, man. And again, that's not an attack on Devin Haney. He just had his opinion. I just, I had a different train of thought. I just don't think Floyd messed the game up. I think people thinking that they can do what Floyd did without putting in the work and just really trying to emulate it is what's messing the game up. People not keeping their eyes on their own plate and trying to peek over into the career of Floyd Mayweather and pick and poke things to try to emulate, and it's all the wrong stuff. So again, man, pay attention to the track record that man put on for the sport of boxing, man. He didn't just he didn't get the 50-0 picking all his fights. That's one of the most inaccurate statements that anybody could ever make about Floyd Mayweather. They really ain't watched him, and that's all that tell me. They didn't see Pretty Boy Floyd. They didn't watch Floyd when they was calling him a power puncher early in his career. They wasn't watching that, referring to this man as a power puncher. People don't even know that. They know him as the guy with the brittle hands and he ain't had a ton of punching power. Nah, they used to call that man a punching power before he started breaking them hands up, man. It's different, man. I went back. I watched every last one of them fights. Every last one of them. Just like he got cut. What fight was it? He got cut in the Maidana fight. Maidana won. And they said that was the first time he got cut in his career. Wrong. He got cut early in his career. It was a small cut, but it wasn't from a punch. He was cut before. That's how well I know it, because I did the homework. Some people just really need to go take a look deeper into Floyd's career and really see how Pretty Boy put on. He was different, bro. Different. And then he got better defensively being Money Mayweather. And then he was just a defensive wizard. And it was just over from there. So, again, man, if you're going to try to emulate what Floyd did, start from fight number 1, bro. And I mean that. Go start from fight number 1. And go watch all them fights he had. And go watch all the buildups to these fights where people were saying he shouldn't fight this one or it's too early, that one. People don't even remember the Gennaro Hernandez's of the world, man. Come on, all these different names, all these different people he beat up, man. It's ridiculous, man. Everybody know Diego Corrales and how he beat him up. People was thinking he was going to get his ass whooped by him. Get what I'm saying? They don't get it, man. And the politicking, yeah, facts. All the politics, and I think that's what too many belts allow. It allowed politics to kind of run rampant in a sense. Too many belts. You get what I'm saying? Now they could play games. You get what I'm saying? Facts, bro. Instant gratification. And again, Floyd didn't just get it handed to him, bro. Beast Mr. B-side for a long time. Ask him what the percentage split he took when he fought De La Hoya, bro. And ask him who called the shots. People really don't know better, man. Just go watch. I'm a student in this. So the only reason I could speak with this kind of confidence because I really went back and watched all this man fights. He was one of the only people, and I don't know if they changed it by now because YouTube been changing up, but they had all of his fights on YouTube. All of them. Every last one of them. You couldn't skip when they had every last one of Floyd fights on YouTube. That was the only time I ever seen that with any fighter. Every last one of them, all the way up to McGregor, bro. They had every one of his fights on there. You go back and watch all them fights, you will see fights where it was a fight where I forget the guy's name. I'm mad I don't remember his name, man. And the way this dude looked like he was unloading on Floyd on the ropes, man, and the way Floyd was weathering this storm, Floyd made this man punch himself out, and the dude quit on the stool, man. I forgot the name of the fighter, man. If somebody in the chat remember, help me out. I don't remember, but, man, he made this dude quit on the stool. I'm telling you, Floyd was different, bro. Different all the way through his career. He just had a tale of 2 different careers, and they both were special. Both was just as special, in my opinion. The second one, you think about it, and just think about it, yo. Floyd spent so much time not getting paid what he should have been getting paid that when he rebranded himself and started getting a bag, people was mad at him for it. Could you be mad at him for finally getting paid his worth? He actually was getting he broke barriers with that, but you get what I'm saying? Could you really be mad that he finally getting paid his worth? And he still made matches that made sense, fighting guys coming off their biggest wins in the second part of his career. He was fighting dudes coming off their biggest wins. It might not have been a guy you might wanted to see, but 9 times out of the 10, the guy that you was clamoring to jump in there with Floyd, like the Keith Thurmans, when people was pushing that, man, you can't honestly tell me you think Keith Thurman would have beat Floyd. He wouldn't have did nothing more than give him a good fight. And I ain't saying I'm against it, but people treated it like he ducked him or something. And I ain't never gonna run with that. Yeah, facts, bro. Gotti, Angel Man, Freddie. Facts, bro. Facts, Keys. They don't know, bro. He different, bro. The Gennaro Hernandez's of the world, man. Man, who he fought? What's the drunken master? The Emmanuel Augustus, man. The Emmanuel Augustus is of the world. Some people probably didn't even see when he fought Emmanuel Augustus because of the dude record. They probably skip over the fight and won't even watch it. Real ones will know. Real ones know. Real ones seen Emmanuel Augustus versus Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Right, he did. Just a little too fast. I agree with that. 100%. Just a little bit. But yeah, let me play the rest of this, y'all. Let me play the rest of this, man. So now listen to what else Devin Haney said, and he spoke like a real one, man. So
we spoke about guys just talking the talk, and we said it was cap. A lot of fight this, fight that.
Yeah.
But when you hear comments coming from Shakur Stevenson and then Garcia saying they want to fight you, Channing said you might feel somewhat disrespected, like you don't feel that respect that you've earned. But when you hear those comments, what does that make you feel like?
I think that's giving me the respect that I've earned, because so I remember it was a time when guys wouldn't even call my name. Like they wouldn't even act like I even existed. So it's like a compliment that they mention my name, that they say my name, because it's like, yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the guy with everything. I'm the guy with the belts. So you better mention my name, because if you don't, then I'm gonna say you duck it. I'm gonna say that you're scared to say my name. So
did
now
you hear what he's saying? Listen to this man.
Compliment that they giving me the respect that
you might feel somewhat disrespected.
Listen,
like you don't
straight from the horse's mouth.
That you've earned.
And I'm playing this because everybody had this real negative vibe and energy for a young fighter in Shakur Stevenson that just talking about proving himself. And they're making it personal when it's in fact not personal. And I wanted people to hear directly out of Devin Haney's mouth what he felt about being called out by him. And this is not, again, so just so everybody know, this is not to make Devin Haney look like something he not. This is just playing so people could hear, why are you mad and the fighter himself is not mad? Why are people throwing fits when he ain't even mad? This guy says it all the time. 135 runs through me. I'm the best. I got all the belts, man. I got all the hardware. And he's 100% right. And when somebody challenges him for that, they're a sucker and all types. That's weird energy. He don't even feel like that. So let me play this.
You hear those comments. What does that make you feel like?
I think that's giving me the respect that I've earned, because I remember it was a time when guys wouldn't even call my name. Like they wouldn't even act like I even existed. So it's like a compliment that they mention my name, that they say my name, because it's like, yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the guy with everything. I'm the guy with the belts. So you better mention my name, because if you don't, then I'm gonna say you duck it. I'm gonna say that you're scared to say my name. So now that they say my name, I can't be mad at it. I'm happy. That's good. I embrace it, and I want to make those fights happen. So yeah, it's a good thing. People were looking at me like, oh, say that you're scared to say my name. So now that they say my name, I can't be mad at it. I'm happy. That's good. I embrace it, and I want to make those fights happen. So yeah, it's a good thing. People were looking at me like, oh, you're not mad? No, I'm not mad at all that Shakur said my name. Good for him. He's supposed to say that. Right. That shouldn't be frowned upon now. Nowadays, you call a fighter out, they get mad. Ain't this the fight game? Ain't we supposed to be fighting each other? Ain't we supposed to be calling each other out? Oh, Shakur said my name.
Say it again, Dad.
For him, he's supposed to say that. Right. That shouldn't be frowned upon now.
Say
Nowadays,
it again, Dad.
You call a fighter out, they get mad. Ain't this the fight game? Ain't we supposed to be fighting each other? Ain't we supposed to be calling each other out?
Hold on, man. Say it again, Dad.
That shouldn't be frowned upon now. Nowadays, you call a fighter out, they get mad. Ain't this the fight game? Ain't we supposed to be fighting each other? Ain't we supposed to be calling each other out?
How old are you again?
Hey, but he act like he's 48, don't he?
Again, man. Salute to Devin Haney, man. Being boxing's new salute, family. How you feeling, Brody? Appreciate you stopping through. Since the mindset of the best should fight the best, and the guys should challenge themselves, right? And that's what I'm gonna give him credit as, right? Being that guy. You get what I'm saying? I'm glad you said that. I agree with you, and that's how I look at it. And you heard some of the things he said. It's very easy to agree with everything he just said. Did you hear what he said? We want to make those fights happen. Yeah, true. But did you heard him? Like in terms of that was more so to the people too, Keys, that was mad at Shakur for doing what Dev said right out his mouth. Shakur is supposed to be doing. He embraces it. It makes him happy that they're saying his name now. Because before, people wouldn't even say his name. They acted like he didn't exist. Salute to Devin Haney for being 100% on point right here, man. That's why I love playing it right out of the horse's mouth, spoken like a real one. That's why they say, how old are you? Because everything he's saying is real talk. That's how you want your fighter to behave. So again, to the Devin Haney haters, I don't understand how you can't appreciate the mindset that he spoke with in this clip, in this interview, in this build. You get what I'm saying? I agree with everything he said that I played. Besides, you know, the FLOYD situation, I just had a different train of thought with that. But as far as the call out and how people should be mentioning his name, this is the fight game. You're supposed to do that. And again, people, this is how you know people be having their feelings too wrapped up in emotionally into these fighters, because when they get called out like they're supposed to, like Devin Haney said, people get mad and why you doing this? Why you doing? Bro, it's entertainment. Let's enjoy it. Why a fighter got to be a sucker for calling a guy out the same way your guy called out several other people? He doing the same thing Devin Haney do to people. Call their ass out when you want to fight. You get what I'm saying? Don't nobody take it personal, because it's not a personal thing. It's business. It's competition. And I can't wait to see them two kings clash. I can't wait to see it. Regardless of who I think gonna win, I'm gonna support both of them, win, lose, or draw. Both of them, win, lose, or draw. Like both of them. Like I say this all the time. I just wanted to play that and for the people that just make too much out of him being called out. You get what I'm saying? That's not a bad thing. That's how you show interest in a fight that could be potentially made. So now you know what we got. If we don't get the fight right away, we at least know it's interest there, and them two kings want to fight each other. So when that business line up, they gonna fight. And we got this little bit of entertainment that we could go off. Remember all the build up and the lead up to them fighting, the back and forth. Remember the bottle service at Shakur. That's how I look at it, because I'm looking at boxing to enjoy it. People are looking at it. I don't know how they're looking at it, but I genuinely enjoy the sport. And I think people ruin the entertainment value by making it more personal than it gotta be. Ain't nothing more personal than when them two dudes got to get in the ring and fight. You get what I'm saying? Why should we be making it any more personal than what boxing already is? It's weird, man. It's weird. Knowing you one of the best, facts. You get what I'm saying? That's all you want to prove. And that's the attitude and energy that we should respect. Even if it's not coming from your favorite fighter, real energy is real energy. He doing the same thing Devin Haney did. And I respected it. I thought it was cool when Dev did it. You know what I loved about when Dev got in the ring with Loma? Because he said, when Loma tried to say, oh, he's a heavyweight, try to like get on his side, butter him up. He was like, nah, get in the ring. I'll show you. Like he wasn't trying to hear none of that. Nah, heavyweight my ass. Get in the ring. I'll show you. I love that energy. But again, people, they get different things out of these clips, interviews, and these fighters. I enjoy this shit. So it's fun. He did what he was supposed to do, bro. So again, definitely a great fighter. He could have, you get what I'm saying? I love the way I love the way Shakur handled this situation all the way, like showing that he wanted to fight from an entertainment aspect. And I like the way Dev Haney handled himself in this interview and how he been handling business so far. So like I said, I'm not a guy that's looking to crucify him if he decide 140 is the next order of business for him. I ain't looking at duck. No, nah. That's what your body tell you. Take your ass to 140 where you healthy and continue to be great. It's just that simple. But don't tell me that Shakur Stevenson just a guy that don't want to fight nobody good the minute he asks to fight somebody good. That I can't rock with. You get what I'm saying? The same way I look at Devin Haney as a real fighter, I think Shakur is a real fighter too, and I think he's a generational talent, but he still got to prove it to the world, and I get it. But I can't wait to see him in a Lomachenko type fight or something like that. I hope they make that fight in the near future, man. Exactly. And you couldn't be more right, bro. 100% facts, bro. 100% facts. So again, man, a dope build, and I like the fact that he said it straight out of his mouth that, look, I embrace this calling out. This is what he's supposed to do. This makes me happy. You get what I'm saying? They supposed to do it. If they don't do it, then I'll be saying they scared and they ducking me, and you know what I mean? They don't want to fight. So he want to make these happen, all these fights happen. And again, I'm gonna just take him at his word, right? And I'm gonna say when the business of boxing lines up, they're gonna make that fight when it pertains to him and Shakur. You know what I'm saying? But until then, we're gonna see what's next for him. You know what I'm saying? I would be surprised if he take another fight at 135, but I would be impressed and I would respect it, but because it would be risky. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not a selfish guy. I don't want to see him be depleted just to give me a fight. I said this before. If 140 is your calling card and that's what your body telling you going up there and go continue to be great. But I think that's what some of the toughest fights will be. Not saying he lose them all, but I know he's going to have some tough ass fights up there. That I feel like I do know. You know what I mean? But salute to boxing. Again, it just continues to deliver, man, in a very big way, y'all. And, you know, more news on top of news, man. It's crazy. And just to run through it real quick, if for anybody that's been paying attention, Dillian White and Anthony Joshua have been going back and forth about whether or not they was going to make a fight happen. And I think talks had initially stalled a little bit because they had a rematch clause in there that Dillian White didn't want in there. Now, fast forward to today, the fight is on board for August 12th. It's being offered to Dillian White. They removed the rematch clause out of it, says Eddie Hearn, but he still feels like, you know, Dillian White won't sign. So I'll keep y'all updated on that because, you know, Anthony Joshua is still a major player despite his 3 losses in the heavyweight division. And we gonna see, man. We gonna see if they, you know, finally get in the ring and make that fight. You get what I'm saying? This year has been something crazy, man. Something crazy, bro. Something crazy. So they're gonna let Melo officials stare down. I hope so. Oh yeah, they should. 10 count, see why not? Yeah, I did hear something about some money, but White was saying that he never even discussed no money yet with him. Like, so he was like, that's BS. When they said he wanted more money, he was like, they never even discussed no money. So he was like, that was a lie. But now it seemed like they might be past that hurdle. It seemed like the last hurdle was the rematch clause being involved because Dillian White said he didn't want no rematch. You know, he wanted to win and just go about his business because he obviously feel like he gonna win this rematch. So they said they removed the rematch clause out of it. And the offer is, he said it's not really a deadline, but they need an answer soon because they want to make an announcement by Saturday or something like that. So the ball it seemed like it's in Dillian White court. If all the information that Eddie Hearn just put out that I read is on the up and up, the fight is on the table for August 12th, and they want to announce something by Saturday. So he said they removed the rematch clause, and he said he still feels like White ain't going to accept the fight and sign it. So we going to see. On a position to do it. So yeah, right. Nah, that's a fact. And again, that's what, again, to your point, that's what Eddie Hearn was saying and what I was reading. He don't want to accept his B-side status in this equation, and he thinks that he got more pull than he think he do. He said that's the problem with Dillian White. So Dillian White gonna have to show us or prove to the, the people or himself that that's not the case and make that fight because he's not in a position to like, call shots. He just simply ain't. We clearly know who the bigger draw out of them two. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Joshua is the guy. And Eddie Hearn was also saying his hopes is that he beats Anthony Joshua and fights Deontay Wilder in December. But he said what Dillian White don't know is Saudi don't want him to be a part of their show. They're only looking to market Anthony Joshua. They're not looking for him. So, the goal is for Anthony Joshua pretty much to go in there and win, so they could make a fight with him and Deontay Wilder, according to that report in Saudi Arabia. So we'll see. We'll see. And they're gonna have someone in between. Right, he got to. That's why I felt like Joshua should took the Dillian White fight. But like I said, we'll see what White respond with. Fury versus John Jones next. Or he's agree to Wilder or what? Yeah, then you're trying to sue yourself, but yeah, right. He messing up his opportunities. So far, from what I heard, the last thing I heard from Wilder is that he basically telling Ruiz like you gonna miss your opportunity, bro. You gonna miss your blessings up if you don't take control of your career and stop letting your dad call the shots and be greedy. You're gonna miss an opportunity and you're gonna fall by the wayside. So and you're gonna find yourself broke. You know what I'm saying? And on the street type deal. So Wilder like, yo, he trying to bless you with an opportunity to make money, but don't be foolish and let your father get in the way and stop the fight from happening. Don't allow your father to mess up the rest of your career or what's left of your career. Know what I mean? Seize the moment and go make you a bag. And I agree with him. I agree with him, man. But and lastly, man, I came across, Jack Catterall and an article I read on Jack Catterall, and he gave his opinion on Josh Taylor, and he said something that I've been, contemplating in my head back and forth with about Josh Taylor. He said he feel like Josh Taylor is shot to pieces. Feel like he done for. Feel like he's not the same guy and he's not in his prime no more. And he said he actually feels like he's a shot fighter. Yeah, you see Wilder interview. Right. Salute to 78 Sports, man, the general, man. I rock with the 78 for sure. Yeah. Yes, that's why I was saying some of the stuff, because I watched that. I watched DEVIN. So that's why I was saying some of the stuff he was saying in that interview about Ruiz came from that. So salute to you. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I rock with 78. Salute to 78 Sports, always with the exclusive or dope information with Wilder, and it's always accurate because it comes straight from the horse's mouth. And salute to Tay Jones for coming in here and confirming Mel and Canelo being a real thing from Steven Espinoza, man. Boxing is delivering in a real way, y'all, and we winning. It's a crazy year of boxing, and it's been fun, y'all. It's been fun. It's been fun, man. It's been a great year, y'all. A great year of boxing, y'all. A great year of boxing, and I'm having fun. I hope everybody's enjoying this, because I am, man. I am. I'm loving it. But again, man, salute to Errol Spence, man. Keep blocking out the ignorant noise, man. Keep being great. Salute to Bud Crawford. Keep being great. I can't wait to see July 29th what those two fighters got in store for us as boxing fans. I know it's going to be something special. And I always said this, the reason this fight is going to be what it is, as great as what it is, because the fight contains two great fighters. And I feel like it takes two great fighters to make a truly, truly great fight. And I think that's what we got July 29th, and that's what we're going to get. May the best man win. I won't make no excuses for neither man. And I'm a support the winner, the loser, win, lose, or draw. I'm a rock with both fighters. I just can't wait to see it. Rick Glaser, keep hating. PBC, keep winning. Errol Spence, keep being great. And we gonna be live tomorrow, man. We're gonna be live for these fights, man. We got the undisputed fight between Franchon Cruz and Savannah Marshall, and the winner, Shadeja Green, gets the winner of that fight. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. We're going to be live, man. Y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all make sure anybody new in the building, make sure y'all turn y'all notifications on, man. And we're going to be live for both fights. We will do both cards because I don't think they overlap each other. So I'll be able to do the undisputed women's card, and then I'll come and do the top rank card as well. Did you talk about Tim Bradley said about his father and sons in boxing? No, I did catch that though, Miss Joette. He said, let me wrench Ant up too. Get that bullet wrench. Ant came in here showing mad love. Salute to Ant. Yeah, right. Yeah, facts, man. Shadeja is nice, and I think she'll be either or too. I think either way, them belts is hers soon, respectfully, because I just think she's a special talent. And she showed a lot of love. I interviewed her over here on the channel, and yeah, I rock with her, man. So she got a supporter for life with me, and she showed mad love. So I rock with Shadeja Green, man. She a real one. She a real talent. I can't wait to see it. Appreciate you, and much love and appreciation, bro. Welcome to the family as well, man. Appreciate the support. And yeah, but yeah, Tim Bradley said that he felt like the father-son being a trainer thing should be gone, out of boxing, because it ruins the relationship. And I think he's speaking from a place of personal experience with him and his father. And I think, it caused their relationship to go sour, and it was because of boxing. And I know it's a thin line between coach and trainer, and I could, not understand to the degree him or his father could, but from the outside looking in or trying to put myself in their shoes, I could see how difficult that could be, trying to balance the two between father and trainer when your son take punches for a living. So I could understand Tim Bradley saying what he said. So that's one of the things where I could kind of agree with Tim Bradley. Other than that, he be tripping. I mean, but 10K, appreciate you, bro. And again, everybody, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Friday, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, turn y'all notifications on. If they're not, tune in for tomorrow. I will be live calling these fights, and we gonna build, man, like we always do. The grind never stops. So with that, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. Much love to everybody in the Cash App and Super Chats, man. And we gonna keep building, y'all. We up out of here. Peace, y'all. All right, bet, Kurt. I'm gonna check it out. Mike, peace, my bro. Miss Joe, having a good night, Queen. The rest of the bros, 10K undercard. Kurt, my bro, and the rest of the gang, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. And we be back tomorrow, y'all. But I'm gonna check that out ASAP. Kurt, appreciate you. We up out of here, y'all.